Another beautiful opportunity to play baseball here on Cape League TV. It's the Cotuit Kettleers and the Bourne Braves in Game 25 of the 2026 season. Rounding things up with this beautiful view of our ballpark. We're getting ready to get things set here with first pitch in just a couple minutes. Welcome inside our broadcast booth, Brooke Killgore alongside Carson Mercier, Ervin to my left. We're super excited to be back from an off day where we had some great sun, good conditions. It's a little bit of a different outlook just outside these walls, but guys, another great day for baseball. Liam, I'm going to start with you. Kettleers coming off a 1-0 win against Hyannis. It was a bit of a pitching duel, but things were looking shaky on both sides. What set up that Kettleers success?
Yeah, absolutely. It was just the consistency of the pitching staff. You saw Coach Curtin there pregame talking to myself, and the adjustment is just getting first pitch strikes. And then from there, when you get in advantageous counts like a 1-2 and 0-2, punching hitters out. And the three arms on Sunday night absolutely did that. Tyler Mercier came out and started things out. Ryan Buckler and then Eli Buxton. First shutout of the year. More of that for the pitching staff.
And it's definitely a contentious type of game. The Bourne Braves stepping into Lowell Park for the second time this season. Carson, the last time these two teams met off, it was a walk-off disaster for the Kettleers.
Yeah, that was a tough one. That was one that the Kets came from behind in, right? They were down 2-0 early, got a couple of runs in the third or fourth inning, and made it a ball game, right, but unable to get the job done. And a lot of that was not executing on bunt plays, not winning your ones, right? You hear J.J. Moran say that all the time. But it's a real thing, right? You got to be able to execute on pitches like that, on opportunities like that to win games. Bourne did, and Cotuit did not. That was the difference in that game last time these two teams played.
So the Bourne Braves coming off two shutout losses, winning 10-2 in a makeup game yesterday against the Wareham Gatemen. They come back to Lowell Park for the third game of this season. We'll stick to our keys of the play, or keys of the game here. Liam, you mentioned a little bit of that pitching staff and the versatility of keeping the walks at a nice low there. The Kettleers offense, though, found their way on base multiple times at Hyannis.
Yeah, so check this out. In the last 5 games, the Kets have not lost a game in their last 5 when tying or winning the walk battle. So you got to stay at least even. They've been even a couple times with their opponents, but usually when they walk more hitters than they walk themselves at the plate, it usually leads to disaster. It's happened the past 2 times these two teams have faced off, specifically getting ahead with your pitches, and that also is on the offensive side, being patient at the plate.
So the Kettleers look to do it again. A nice pitching change of pace for those arms in the bullpen from what you're seeing on your screen right now. And Carson, same thing there. You stick with the pitching staff and really hanging those zeros on the board.
Yeah, I think the offense is going to come around, but the pitching staff, the big deal. 2 of the last 3 games, Kets bullpen has gone scoreless. That's a big deal, right? You want to keep hanging those zeros, and the bats will continue to find a way to get the job done. Only needed 1 run the other day against Hyannis because of how good the pitching staff was. Yeah, that bullpen right there. Yeah, those guys, they have been really, really good, and expect them to keep hanging zeros today.
Giving them the credit where it's deserved. You take a look at that Hyannis Cotuit box score from 2 days ago. Enough zeros to make Carson happy over here. The Kettleers with 1 run in the top of the third to get things going. It'll be the guy behind the dish, Ty Bellin, who would bring in the solo run of that game in his first ever start as a Cotuit Kettleer. A lot of good things happening at the field during the first pitch in today's game. Faced from the MLB, former 2017 Cotuit Kettleer Ty Conine, who has come back from the All-Star break out there in Florida, taking a little bit of time to come reunite with the team. He'll be up here in the booth back in the top of the second, so we'll get a chance to talk with him and hear more about his experience. Had a chance to talk with the guys pregame. You heard a lot of clapping and excitement going up to him, asking questions about what it's like to swing a bat at that major of a level, and he's done some damage in the pros, but also as a Kettleer. So we'll have to hear a little bit more about his experience firsthand. But the two teams in today's matchup, the Kettleers to the left in the first base dugout home area for the Kettleers. Bourne Braves over to the right on third base. Bourne coming into this game atop of the West Division 11-10-3. They did have that big 10-2 loss after bouncing back, being shut out 6-0 in their past 2 games before yesterday's by teams really shutting them down. And Bourne against the Cotuit Kettleers, back on the 24th of June, was a powerhouse still at that point in time, but the West Division has been pretty shaky. It's been everyone's division so far, with the next closest team being Falmouth with a 10-11-2 record. Kettleers setting 4th overall with a 9-13-2. So the third rematch of this game, Kettleers looking to rewrite history from a walk-off devastation that Carson outlined not too long ago. Temperature for today's game, it's 80 degrees, though it doesn't look like it. Cloud cover from everywhere you can look. Have to see if this game can survive a full 9 innings. Darkness could be a possibility here. Wind gusts might also be an issue. Website and also weather situated at 32 miles an hour. So let's take a quick look at who arm Landen Doll in his first start as a Cotuit Kettleer will have to face off against today. Carson, why don't you take us through it?
Well, it's going to be the shortstop, Rustin Rigdon, leading it off. He'll be playing shortstop Andrew Costello, the very dangerous Andrew Costello. No other Bourne Brave has more hits than him. He's got 26. He'll play left field. Blake Schaff is the DH batting third. Luke Costello is out in right field. The former Oregon Duck, soon to be catcher behind the plate for Mississippi State. Berkeley Mabius, he will be right in the middle of that lineup. Josiah Overbeek is at first base, also recently committed to Mississippi State. Austin Hawk makes his debut as a Bourne Brave, batting 8th, and 7th, playing second base. Batting 8th, playing center is Matt Bolton, and then Paul Vasquez, the Oregon State Beaver, rounds it out. He'll be at the hot corner for the Braves.
So another high-hitting team, but the Bourne Braves adding a couple of new guys to the roster. Just mentioned it, Austin Hawk in his Bourne Brave debut, the second baseman out of Wake Forest, getting things set. He just came over from the Appalachian League. The Danville Otterbots had 22 games under his belt there, 6 doubles, 4 home runs, 21 RBI. He'll be batting out of the 7th hole. So the guy on the mound for the Cotuit Kettleers in the first start of the season, it'll be the lefty Landen Doll. Had his first appearance against Orleans just a couple days ago. Had a decent outing, getting himself adjusted to pitching for the first time in a little bit. Overall, has a 0-0 record, a 4.50 ERA, 3 strikeouts in that first appearance, getting himself set there on the mound. As you can see, he's wearing number 35, Alex Soteropoulos, the arm out of Columbia, donning that jersey before he went back out. So, Liam, what can you tell us about Doll?
Yeah, Landen Doll's a promising arm, and he had 3 starts this season at Marshall. The potential to make that jump up and start more. I think it's telling that Coach Curtin and Coach Cooper are both trusting in the southpaw to get his first start of the season. You're right, his last appearance was against Orleans. That was this past week. He went 2 innings pitched, came in relief, and actually saved the lefty Jacob Burnham by stranding a couple base runners, and then he got saved eventually by Chase Vandermeed. He only gave up 1 run, and it was on a homer, kind of a wall scraper to right field. That was truly the only mistake. Gave up 3 hits. He's doning a 4.50 ERA this year. 3 strikeouts. Promising lefty arm with a lot of experience at Marshall this season.
Getting ready for first pitch here. We're about a minute or so away from the projected start time. The battery for today's game, you've got Landen Doll, as we just mentioned, up on the mound. Tyler Bellin in his second game as a starter will complete that battery situation. He'll be catching behind the plate. Exciting to see him continuing a good stretch. To hear from head coach Rob Cooper before the game about how exciting it was to tell Bellin he was getting to fulfill a lifelong dream 2 days ago. Getting things set here for first pitch. Looks to be right about on time. Doll positioned up on the mound, the lefty. Out of Marshall faces off against the leadoff hitter, Rustin Rigdon, the shortstop out of Vanderbilt. First pitch coming up towards us, almost taking out the light above our heads at exactly 5 p.m. Things are underway here at Lowell Park. First pitch to Rigdon will be called strike 1. Kick up and delivery. Hacked out towards center field. Running in for it will be Noah Coy, but waving him off is the second baseman, Aiden Aguayo. Putting away the first down off of 2 pitches face is the infield. And the guy who's crafted such a bounce-back team so far this season, head coach Rob Cooper in the dugout just right there. It's been a nice off day from what he told us, but the team's ready to get back out to working, putting a lot of trust in the southpaw on the mound. Coach Coop, Cotuit Kettleers getting to business once again here at Lowell Park. First pitch to Andrew Costello, upstairs. So a quick fly out to the second baseman, Aiden Aguayo. Brings up the second hole hitter, the left fielder in today's game out of Wake Forest. One of 4 Demon Deacons in the lineup today for the Braves. Delivery. Bit of movement towards the left side, called strike 1. So a 1-1 count with 1 out on the board here in the top of the first inning. Costello, the last time these 2 teams faced off, went 2 for 4, had an RBI and a walk. Delivery upstairs, brought back in by the glove of Tyler Bellin for ball 2.
Yeah, that pitch is going to be really important for Doll today. He relied on the breaker at Orleans, finding it for a strike early in counts.
Upstairs again, trying to bring it back down, but unsuccessful is the glove of Bellin. A 3-1 count. Get things started. 2 batters faced so far for the lefty. Landen Doll up on the mound, 6'3", 200, sophomore out of Marshall. Strike 2. There you have it. Big ring out motion coming from home plate umpire J.C. Fernandez. Confused the batter, Costello, just a little bit there.
I think he thought that was a 2-strike count, right? But full count to the 2-hitter.
The 3-2. Fouled off towards the right side over the heads of fans supporting the Bourne Braves, just to the right. It's definitely a different atmosphere than the last time the Kettleers played at home, be against the Brewster Whitecaps. Cats went down 7-4 in that loss. Fouled again. Staying alive is Costello. Be the first time he faces up, or faces against, I should say, the lefty Doll. Doll, one of the later additions to this Cotuit lineup, still has the 3-2 count. Popped out towards right center field, but underneath it confidently, Landen Beaver flashes the glove, and there you have it. Nice 9F. Get things going for the second out of this game.
Yeah, really nice. Really nice by Landen Doll. He looked good against Orleans, gave up the 1 run on the homer. But, I mean, other than that, was rock solid. Pitched to some weak contact. Liam, like you said, a promising arm, and 2 up, 2 down against 2 really good hitters at the top of this Braves lineup.
Stepping up to bat, Blake Schaff, the designated hitter out of Wake Forest, ended that 4-3 walk-off between the Cats and the Braves. Way upstairs on the breaking ball action, having to weave out of the way is Schaff. The ball 1. 10th inning. His line drive sent home the ghost runner. Kettleers would lose in 4-3 fashion. Top out towards left center field, turning and dancing around will be the shortstop Dawson Park, and he puts that away. A nice 1-2-3 inning for the start of the southpaw Landen Doll as we complete the top of the first. 0-0 here on Cape League TV.
The Kettleers welcome ZoomInfo.com as a premium sponsor for the 2026 season. Smart businesses use ZoomInfo. It leverages data to unlock useful insights, and it allows you to know who to reach out to and how to reach them so you can grow your business. Unlock insights, engage customers, and win faster with ZoomInfo.
Proudly serving Cape Cod, Plymouth, and the South Shore since 1927, Paul J. Kazalt & Sons are here to solve your roofing, siding, and gutter needs. They also offer window replacement, rotten trim repair, deck resurfacing, and many other exterior improvements. Get in touch with the experts at Kazalt Roofing and Siding by calling 508-428-1177 or head to their website at kazalt.com, spelled CAZEAULT.com.
Hey Kets fans, this is Brady Chrisman, catcher and outfield from Mississippi State. You're listening to Kettleers Baseball on Cape League TV.
So a 1-2-3 inning to get things started for the newest starter in the Cotuit rotation, Landen Doll. It's things going for a 0-0 score as we head to the bottom of the first. The Kettleers due up. Will go like this. Noah Coy, that first hole, he'll be the leadoff, the center fielder out of Notre Dame. Dawson Park bats second. Jake Hanley follows suit. Brady Chrisman will be the cleanup batter in today's game, the left fielder out of Mississippi State. Landen Beaver bats fifth hole. Aiden Aguayo follows at sixth. Owen Pano seventh. Ryan Taransky, the designated hitter in today's game, eighth. And Tyler Bellin, today's catcher in his second game as a Cotuit Kettleer, will round things up at the bottom of the frame. Getting things going, Noah Coy gets ready to take off against number 29 on the mound, Aiden Stillman. The Bourne Brave looks to hold the Kettleers at bay for the second consecutive game in a row. He's got a 0-0 record so far this season, 3.60 ERA, 4 Ks, across only 5 innings of work.
Yeah, he's a polished left-hander for Coach Tim Corbin at Vanderbilt this upcoming season. Took some time off. He was with Team USA for a little bit, but now returns to the mound. A 3.60 ERA for Stillman. 5 innings pitched. This will be his second start.
First ball dished out to Noah Coy to kick things off here in the bottom of the first. The Kettleers and the Bourne Braves knotted up at 0. Stillman with the 1-0 count. Kicks up the leg and delivers. This one clips the outside of the zone. Make that a 1-1 count for Noah Coy in the box. An all-star for the Kettleers, one of 5 position players so far this season, was named and got 7 Kets going to the game on Saturday. Bourne only had 8, so not too far off between these two teams. The 1-1. Big swing coming out of 11 in the box. Make that a 1-2 count, starting things off early in a deficit. Noah Coy coming into this game has a 3-game hit streak. Look to make that 4. The 1-2 count here in the bottom of the first. Coy awaits. It's one down the low. Not enough in the zone to make that a 2-2 to get things started here for the leadoff hitter out of Notre Dame. He's one of the only fighting Irish left on this roster. Jace Lee departed earlier today. Chase Vandermeer just transferred to Michigan State. Watches this one rake by top of his head, almost clipping the chest of Coy, but he's able to pull back out in time. Make that a 3-2 count. So you start with the 1-2, you battle your way back in. And it's Noah Coy's direction.
Okay, this way.
Payoff pitch here. Foul tip off towards the left side of the park. No need for Andrew Costello in left field to make a run for that. Coy stays alive, fighting through with the foul ball.
Yeah, Coy does a really good job at this. Working pitchers, driving that pitch count up. It's exactly the quality that you're looking at of your leadoff hitter.
Coy hacks this one right into the glove of second baseman Austin Hawk for his first play as a Bourne Brave. Number 20 in the defensive edge of things, joining the team. From the Appalachian League, Danville Otterbots to put away the first out.
Firewood got him on the hands. Stillman's got a heavy fastball, 94-95, so the Kettleers bats will have to be quick to the box. Hawk positioned nicely, but that's kind of a small win right there for the Kettleers. Noah Coy with a long at-bat to start things off and make the starter work some extra pitches in the first at-bat of the game.
It's like a pitch comm issue getting sorted between the battery there. We have Aiden Stillman on the mound, Berkeley Mabius as the catcher in today's game, the Oregon Duck. There you go, Carson.
Former Duck. Former Duck. Good player. Really fun player to watch and a great catcher. But I don't know, maybe he brought some of the pitch comm troubles with him from Eugene because they had a whole lot of them this spring.
It's been a couple games since we've seen an issue like that, but it's quickly sorted out and we'll return to the count with Dawson Park in the box. 1 out on the board for the future LSU Tiger, today's shortstop. Had the play to end the top of the first against the bat of Blake Schaff. Kick and delivery. Looks like it takes Park, clips him off the side, and there you go, a hit by pitch to start your first toss that you see from the arm of Adam Stillman. We've got a Kettleer on base.
Free 90s. Take it any way you can get it, right? You wear that elbow guard for a reason, don't you, Dawson Park? Take your free 90 feet, set something up here for Jake Hanley. Middle of the lineup, base runner on. There goes the perfect game. 1 out in the first.
Jake Hanley steps into the box. The lefty, recent commit to Georgia, will take the first pitch out wide, down by the knee, Mabius. So a 1-0 count to get things started. Dawson Park on first. First runner aboard. Take full advantage of the walk game. The delivery. Looking to see if he went around. Will be in favor of Jake Hanley. Make that a 2-0 count. Hanley so far in 17 games, 13 for 65 at the plate, 2 doubles, 3 home runs. He's still listed as a home run leader in the top 5. Pop out towards left field. Running in for it will be Andrew Costello. Not in time, probably about 20 feet out towards his left. Cannot make the play. Hustles out for it before tossing the ball back. It'll be a 2-1 count.
He's been a guy who's been struggling for the Kets, but you know it's in Jake Hanley's way that he has the ability in his back pocket when he needs to put one over the fence. Just got to limit the strikeouts a little bit. Been hitting the ball hard otherwise.
Check back over to first. Unsuccessful. Dawson Park gets his foot on the bag early. Jake Hanley so far this season leads the team with 24 strikeouts. When he goes down swinging. 2-1 count with 1 out on the board. Upstairs, popping out of the crouch to keep that one back in, make it a 3-1 hitters count here in the bottom of the first. Kettleers against the Braves, looking to rewrite what was a June 24th walk-off heartbreaker. The 3-1 check back towards first, really having to pop out of his stance. It's Josiah Overbeek, one of the newer Bourne Braves on the season. Really had to dance out in front of the bag to keep the foot on. Check back over to first again. Dawson Park had a healthy lead, coming seconds with being caught. We saw that happen to Noah Coy 2 days ago, back in the top of the first inning. Kick to Jake Hanley, make it a 2-strike count. So 3-2 full. It's back-to-back full counts for Kettleers who have survived not being hit by pitch on the first toss. Another check back towards first. Dawson Park so far this season, he's 3 for 1 when trying to steal. Was caught stealing earlier on in the season, 3 successful attempts. The 3-2. Wrung him out. Down goes Hanley as he heads back to the box. 25 Ks on the season. Caught him looking on that approach there. Hanley shaking his head in disagreement, but he'll trot back down, and it brings up Brady Chrisman.
That's a good firm fastball. Outer edge. Good pitcher's pitch by Aiden Stillman. And he catches Hanley looking for out number 2.
So a pop-up over to the second baseman, a hit by pitch, and a looking K. On the board, Kettleers with 2 outs. First pitch to Brady Chrisman, tipped back towards the backstop. An 0-1 count to get things going. He's looking for his first hit since July 4th. It's been about 10 days for the left fielder out of Mississippi State. He's got 14 games as a Cotuit Kettleer in the 2026 season. Dancing the bat behind his head and awaiting the pitch. Outside the zone, drifting towards the right. A 1-1 count, evening things out for Chrisman. He's a power hitter, though. He'll be competing in the Home Run Derby for the All-Star game on Saturday, just before first pitch festivities kick in. 1-1. Popping up to make the play to stop Dawson stealing second, but unsuccessful. Stepping off the bag is Austin Hawk. He was not in time. Dawson Park slides in safely, and there you go, another stolen base.
Hey, not a battery you would usually think to steal on. A lefty on the mound. Maybe it's just got a good arm behind the plate. But Park just gets a good jump. 4th stolen base on the season. And you got a runner in scoring position with 2 down.
1-2 with a runner on second. Stillman tosses this one downstairs. That was a heater. Coming in by the feet of Mabius, having to reel that one back in. It's a 2-2 count for Chrisman. Stillman receives the pitch. He's 1 out away from concluding the bottom of the first. This one gloved into Hawk's play. Makes the toss over to first base, and there you have it. A nice 4-3 to finish off the inning. Chrisman is retired. And that has been the top of the first inning. Still scoreless here at Lowell Park. We'll get things set, waiting on a very special guest to make an appearance in the second. We'll be right back on Cape League TV.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group. Protecting the possible.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Reader's Hardwood Supply is a candy store for wood, whether you're a professional or an amateur. Reader's Hardwood Supply carries over 70 species of both domestic and imported lumber from around the world, displayed in over 300 self-serve bins for your selection. So for your next project, make it your masterpiece with stock from Reader's Hardwood Supply. The woods of the world are here at Reader's Hardwood Supply.
If you're a Massachusetts resident and don't have a bachelor's, you could be attending 4Cs for free, all while preparing for careers that actually move you forward. Aviation maintenance, nursing, dental, funeral service, we've got it all. capecod.edu/free.
Try it, then buy it. Rent a new cat for up to 90 days. Then apply 100% of the rental cost to the purchase and save. The Milton Cat Rent to Purchase offer. Try it, then buy it. Go to miltoncat.com/RPO.
Still scoreless here at Lowell Park. The Kettleers taking on the Bourne Braves for a third rendition of the series here on the 2026 summer ball season. We have a very special guest in the booth here today, 2017 Cotuit Kettleer Ty Conine. How are you doing, first of all?
Griffin,
excuse me.
Oh, you're good. I'm great. Yeah, it's really, really cool to be back here. First time back at Lowell since 2017. So it's crazy that much time has gone by, but it's cool to see how great everything still looks.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the most beautiful ballparks, as we've been told several times, and you got to play out here. First of all, what was that experience like, getting the call and knowing that you were going to be a Kettleer?
It was amazing. It was amazing. It was definitely like a dream. Since I learned about what the Cape was in high school, you know, everyone knows it's the premier college league, and I think just from a competition standpoint, that's clear. But playing here, I got to realize like the real competition was great, but also just the overall vibe here is unbelievable. Summertime is something really special up here, so I love my time here.
You're on the All-Star break currently, and I think it's kind of telling. Obviously, you could have gone wherever you wanted, and you're here back at Lowell Park. So what does this ballpark mean to you, and what does it mean to be back here?
Yeah, it's so much nostalgia. You know, I think so much time has passed since that summer, but being back here, it's like being in a time machine where it feels like no time has passed at all. You know, I think so much of it is so similar to what I experienced, and you know, I got to talk to the team, and it was just weird because I was in their shoes 9 years ago, which is crazy to think about. But it just brings back a lot of the same memories, the same team camaraderie that I had so much fun with that summer, and you know, I still keep in touch with a lot of the guys, so that's a cool part of it. And I was telling them kind of the same thing, of just enjoy where you're at right now. This is a really special place to be, and not a lot of people get this opportunity, so make the most of it.
So it's obviously All-Star time for the MLB season currently, and All-Star game coming up this weekend for the Cape League. You were an All-Star, right, in 2017.
Yep.
You were also the MVP of that game, if I'm not mistaken. What was that experience like? And there's 7 of them for the Kets this season.
Oh, wow.
So what was that process like, being selected? Obviously, that's a high honor in a league like this.
Yeah, no, it was really special. I think I was lucky enough to like get off to a real good start when I played here, and I was definitely like nervous coming into the league just because I knew it had a lot of hype, and I ended my sophomore season not great. Like my numbers overall were still good, but I think I ended on like a 4 for 40 stretch, so I was like slumping and definitely like worried about, you know, wood bats and getting into like tougher pitching. But I started off really well, and yeah, I was lucky enough to be selected for the All-Star game, and the MVP for the other side was actually a Duke teammate of mine, which was really cool. So we both homered in that game, and that was a real special memory.
Absolutely. I know that your father obviously has, I'm sure, had a big impact on your playing career, and he himself, you know, 17 years in the bigs and also 2 World Series titles. So, you know, talk about kind of the relationship with him and what it's like now living out your dream in the MLB. You come from the Cape. What's that been like for you?
It's been super. I'm just really grateful to. I think ending up with the Marlins is the first thing that's really cool, because, you know, there's 30 teams, and only one of them is a team that like my dad spent most of his career with, and that I grew up rooting for. So I think it's just being blessed enough to get traded to them and make it to the big leagues with them is amazing. And the fact that he's still involved with the team. You know, he comes to every home game. I'm like seeing him in the cage before I take the field.
That's
and
amazing.
stuff like that. You know, like no one really gets to say they get to do that, and like I get to dap up my dad before I go take the field and for every home game. And it's just, you know, having him to lean on whenever stuff isn't going your way, and you know the game's really hard, so slumps are bound to happen, and it's someone I can lean on just for any kind of advice, mental and physical. And you know, he's watched me more than anyone as far as my swing and how I play, and he knows me better than anyone. So I think having another set of eyes on you and someone you can trust is a huge thing for a baseball player. So I'm really lucky that's him.
So back-to-back Ks on the day for Landen Doll. Tosses out Luke Costello on the swing. Berkeley maybe is caught looking. Griffin, first of all, you got to play under Mike Roberts, which is a head coach that this league knows all too well for good and bad. Brought home a lot of good championships, and you guys finished with a really good top-of-the-league record. What was that experience like, working with a guy that was like Mike Roberts?
Yeah, he's definitely one of one. You know, he has so much passion for the game. Just a true like baseball guy through and through. I think a cool connection that I had before I even played here was my dad was teammates with his son Brian Roberts with the Orioles for many years. So I knew Brian growing up, and my dad was very close with him. So I had already had some interaction with Coach Roberts, and I think he kind of definitely gave me like the benefit of the doubt, just knowing my dad. And I had that connection with him coming in. So it was a little less intimidating for me, I think, than most guys, just because he is a pretty intimidating guy, and he really just wanted to win, and he coached that way, and I think I respected how much passion he brought to the field every day. It was special.
Kettleers looking to put away their back-to-back 1-2-3, and Noah Coy coming in to make the play. There you have it, back-to-back 1-2-3s for the southpaw Landen Doll on the mound as we conclude the top of the second. Griffin, I mean, first of all, you've only been here for a little bit of time, getting to see the park, like you said, for the first time since 2017. What are some of the major differences you're noticing? Atmosphere, look, feel, anything like that?
Yeah, I think the first thing I noticed was the yellow on the fence. That wasn't there before, which it seems like minor, but I think it makes a big difference, just like in the overall feel of the park, and definitely like makes it easier to know when a home run has been hit. So that's probably nice. And then the scoreboard as well, or the video board, wasn't there. So I think that's a nice way to like keep the fans engaged and easier to keep track of, like, you know, the score and the count and whatnot. I think that's a good part of it. But also, Bruce was telling me that they redid the whole outfield, so it's a lot more. The surface is all brand new. Because I remember when I was here, it was definitely a little hilly out there, and a little lopsided. So that's pretty cool. He said they were able to raise money to do that. And just looking at it, I mean, I can tell it looks a lot more even, which is definitely like good for players' health, but also good to just play defense and then know you're going to get a good hop. So I think that's really cool. But other than that, I mean, the field looks amazing. It feels just like it did, and I think of the best part, I love the trees in the background. I feel like it's the only park like that on the Cape where you have that backdrop, which is pretty cool.
It's definitely one of the prettiest, and Bruce goes out there and mows the grass himself almost every single day, so he takes really good care of that. So I'm sure he's happy you noticed that.
Yeah, very much.
Last question for you, Griffin, because, again, don't want to take too much of your time, but you know, you were out here 9 years ago. What's a message that you would give to these players? You were in their shoes, and now you're in the big leagues. And what are the lessons that you can learn from spending a summer on the Cape?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things, and that I talked about him earlier with, was I think the summer ball is different just because you're playing every day, and that's a lot more similar to what it will be like in pro ball. Versus college, like, you know, you have the weekend series, and then you kind of get a couple of days off. So I said, like, that can be definitely taxing and like a culture shock, because in college, like, maybe you have a rough weekend and you got to figure some stuff out, and you have time to like take a mental breather and figure that stuff out in practice. Whereas like when you're here, it's like you got to be ready to compete every day. So I was just telling him, like, practice being good at making adjustments, like, quickly, like being your best own evaluator. When stuff starts to kind of go wrong, whether you're a pitcher or a hitter, and you can feel that, it's definitely important to your career to be able to like fix things quickly and just be your own best coach. You know, I think everyone wants to rely on coaches, and that's important, but no one's going to know yourself better than yourself. So I think being good at bouncing back quickly, and you know, I have the most confidence, and the fact that they're here is like the talent's there. You know, so I think it's just stuff like that will be big going forward.
Absolutely.
Well, a special guest upstairs, Landen Beaver making the play towards right center field, running in to make the dive. Right fielder Luke Costello puts away Beaver. First out here in the bottom of the second. Griffin, first of all, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate you making a stop back at your old ballpark here on your All-Star break.
Of course.
Had a great time chatting with you, and hope you get to enjoy the rest of your time here.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks for having me, guys.
Man. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Really appreciate it. Thank you. Well, that has been our time with Griffin Conine, MLB legend there, and a Cotuit All-Star in his time back in 2017. One out on the board for the Kettleers with 0-0 on scoreboard just out towards left center field. Strike one toss to Aiden Aguayo here in the bottom of the second, still knotted up. One out. Tipped off the top of the glove of Mabius. Aguayo will survive with the 1-1 to his name. So, got to hear from a legend here at Lowell Park just a couple moments ago. Grateful that he was willing to make a stop on beautiful Cape Cod just to stop in and chat with us. This one tossed upstairs, 2-1 count. It's not every day you get to meet an active MLB player. That's pretty cool.
No, it's not. And it's telling again. That was one of the things we talked about with him. But the fact that he's back at Lowell Park is really meaningful for the community. It's evident that he had such an impact here with his MLB career and whatnot. And now he's back after spending some time in the majors. So it's great.
It's always fun to have guys come in here and just kind of talk about their experience. Nathan Culp, player about a decade ago, stopped by last year and telling us all about how the bullpen was in a completely different spot. Dish to Aiden Aguayo drilled down third base side, making the play. Nice 5-3 to put Aiden Aguayo out. Second out of the game. So Kettleers still 0-0 against the Bourne Braves. Owen Pano, the seventh hole in today's game, third baseman out of Ole Miss. Takes us to the box. Another hope, at least the last guaranteed one in this stretch. Bottom of the second inning, no score on the board. 2 outs for the Cotuit Kettleers. Looking to put a little bit more offensive action to the test than they did against Hyannis 2 days ago. First pitch to Pano, checks the zone, called strike one. Things going. It was a 1-2-3 in both the first and the second for southpaw on the mound for the Kettleers, Landen Doll. Back-to-back Ks to kick things off before a fly out towards center. Now situated in the bottom of the second, Owen Pano takes a ball on the outside, 1-1. Pano bends the knees, swings the bat back around, and is ready. 1-1 count, 2 outs on the board. Fished off towards left field, running over the shoulder. Bouncing off the fence and not in time for Andrew Costello. Owen Pano with the double off the play. Shows off the muscles and the nice celebration. And the Kettleers have a base runner on. That's not off a free pass.
There goes the no-hitter. First extra base hit of the year for Owen Pano. It was only a matter of time. This guy can hit the baseball, has been seeing the ball well, spraying the field pretty well, and he picks up his first double on the season for the Kets. Runner on second, 2 down. Table set for Ryan Taransky.
Here's a guy who knows a thing or two about extra base hits while starting off the season. Still looking for a good couple of swings. He's 5 for 43, so that's a 116, but he has a nice home run in his back pocket. So knows how to bring those runners in. 6 RBI, and if you can't keep him off base, hope to see the swing come out of him. He leads the team with 18 walks overall. Still up and high on Cape League numbers. 1-0 count for the designated hitter out of Cincinnati. This one way upstairs, make that 2-0. Against Bourne, went 0 for 2, had an RBI, a walk, and a K. Taransky, at least in the active batting order, has the most games played by a Kettleer, 21 overall on the summer. It's been a consistent factor in Rob Cooper's lineup, kick up and dish. One clips the lower part of the zone, a 2-1 count. Taransky's got 2 outs on the board, but Owen Pano on second. Runner in scoring position, Kettleers looking to put the first one on the board here. Bottom of the second. Knotted up at 0. Taransky watches that one blast by. 2-2 count. Had an exciting day against Orleans. Able to smash one over the fence in one of the deeper ballparks on Cape. Told us it was just what came with being patient. Excited, though, to help put up some runs to help leverage the Kettleers. It was a 4-2 win at Eldridge Park. Stepping off the mound will be Stillman. Readjust. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. The dish. Looked like maybe it's believed that would have been called strike 3. Taransky will survive to the full count, stay on for another attempt. Still got the double from Owen Pano to set himself up on second. 180 feet away from bringing in the first run. Taransky looks to do it here. Kick up and delivery. Swinging out wide, and Taransky is sent back to the dugout with the front-facing K. It's the second strikeout of the day for Aiden Stillman for the Bourne Braves, getting his work in to make 6 total strikeouts on the summer. Cotuit Kettleers still knotted up 0-0 as we get ready for the top of the third. But hey, we got to throw it down to our own Carson Mercier, who has a quick second to talk with head coach Rob Cooper.
Thank you. Alongside head coach Rob Cooper right now. Coach, second appearance of the summer for Landen Doll. First start, what have you seen from your starter? He's been really good.
Yeah, you know what, attacking the strike zone, getting ahead, not giving kind of the same pitch twice for guys to see. He's doing a good job keeping them off balance.
A big story these last couple of days is Tyler Bellin, bullpen catcher, getting activated to the roster. What have you seen from him? I know that we've talked a little bit off air, but what have you seen from him so far?
He's caught and received very, very well, but he's just a, steady presence, a guy that's caught all these guys, but more importantly, just you're watching a kid who's relishing the opportunity to play in the Cape, and I just think that's so cool.
Bourne is a team atop the West Division right now, a team that you guys have yet to beat. What is it going to take to get the job done today?
We got to get one more run than them. No, they're a good team. We got to find a way to get some runs, hold them down offensively, and try to figure this thing out.
Coach, really appreciate you taking the time. Guys, back to you.
Always great to hear from our own Carson Mercier, getting things going with head coach Rob Cooper, taking the time. Thank you so much, Coach. We always do appreciate it. And you got to limit the guys here. Bourne has the second most hits on Cape. That's 189. They're 2 away from catching up to the Harwich Mariners, who only have 191. This is a firepower offense. And the next 3 due up are the bottom of the order. Austin Hawk, who we still have yet to see in a Bourne Braves uniform. Looking to see how he can do against the dish. Matt Bolton will bat after, and Paul Vasquez will finish things off in the 9th hole spot. Kettleers and the Braves still dancing 0-0 here in the top of the 3rd inning. Brooke Killgore alongside Liam Ervin, and soon to be rejoined by Carson Mercier after that sideline interview. Landen Doll will take to the mound again. He's got 2 consecutive 1-2-3 innings under his belt, 2 Ks, forcing 4 plays into the field as well. Take 7th hitter Austin Hawk, second baseman out of Wake Forest. Just finished up some time in the Appalachian League. It's an 0-1 count to start things off. 4 home runs, 21 RBI, 22 games played, 12 stolen bases. He was caught 5 times, though, for the Danville Otterbots. Maybe a change of pace here for him. The 0-1. The upper part of the zone, no dish, though, 1-1 count.
Yeah, I was going to say, we've had a lot going on. Hey, interview with Griffin Conine. Chance to talk to Coach Cooper, but Landen Doll was quietly putting together a solid 2 innings. He's gone 6 up, 6 down to start this ball game. Had 2 punch outs through the heart of the Braves lineup last inning.
He's been impressive. Looks to continue a good stretch. Kettleers starters so far this season have the 6th best ERA. This one's down low in the dirt, kept together by Tyler Bellin. It's a 3.86 ERA for starters on the mound. The relievers come in with an 8th best 5.34. Altogether as a team, 8th best 4.62 ERA. The rankings in the league don't show the potential. The Kettleers have been lights out on the mound as of recent. Dishing the first walk, though, of today's game, be Landen Doll, working a nice 4-1 count for the Bourne Braves is Austin Hawk in his first plate appearance in the jersey.
Yeah, patient. Austin Hawk is a solid ball player. has been for the past 2 seasons for Wake Forest. Kind of slowed down this year. He was battling an injury, but he's got a small frame. Really big potential for a leadoff hitter for the Braves. First base runner of the game for them.
Matt Bolton takes the first ball. He faces against the southpaw. Turning the center fielder from SUNY Binghamton. Well, upstate New York shout out there. Against Cotuit, the last time these two teams duked it out on the 24th, he went 1 for 4, scored a run, walked once, punched out as well. A foul tip back off towards us. Along the backstop wall, Bolton seen a lot more time than the rest of the bottom of the batting order. 20 for 75 at the plate, 267 batting average, 3 triples, 5 RBI, and 2 stolen bases.
He's a streaky hitter, and he's been kind of in a slump as of recent. But when he's on, he's got the potential to be a high-power bat. One of the reasons why field manager Scott Landers has been kind of moving him up and down the lineup this season.
The 1-1 count. Runner on, hacks this one over to right side. Running forward is Landen Beaver to make the play, but not in time. Runners will advance. Austin Hawk to second, Matt Bolton safely at first. And you got 2 runners on, so there goes the 1-2-3 for Landen Doll. And now you're in a sticky situation, something he's familiar with against Orleans.
Yeah, absolutely. There goes Matt Bolton on cue. Up and down hitter, finally seeing the ball well. Pulls one to the right side and through the infield. Runners on first and second. 9-hitter Paul Vasquez up. Wonder if they'll think about putting on a bunt play with runners on first and second, nobody out.
Paul Vasquez, the third baseman out of Oregon State, takes to the dish. 2 for 14 on the season, as it seems with most of the new faces. 3 guys in this order, 2 for 14 averages. Vasquez has a double, has walked once, 7 punch-outs on the season, went 0 for 4 against Wareham yesterday in a 10-2 victory. Dish to him, foul back towards us. It's a 1-1 count to get things started. The arm out of Oregon State. Bourne Braves lead the league, tied for first. Matt Bolton, Blake Schaff, 3 triples apiece. The most triples out of anyone else in the league with 6. Tossed over towards the left side, foul territory. So a 1-2 count will advance for the bottom of the order in this hitter here. No outs on the board for Landen Doll, the first sticky situation of today's game, but tossed a perfect 1-2-3 for the first and second frames. Still here in the top of the 3rd inning. First run about 180 feet away on second. Doll dishes. Big swing coming out of 32, and there's another punch out on the day for the southpaw out of Marshall. Put a front-facing K in your scorebook. He's tied his season high so far in just the first 3.
Yeah, he's not a guy who's going to really overpower you. The fastball's 88, 87, but the breaking ball is so slow. Sometimes he kind of lures you to sleep by throwing the breaking ball in the zone, getting you out in front, and then the fastball looks like it's 92, 93 on the hands.
Rustin Rigdon, the shortstop out of Vanderbilt, retakes the plate for a second at-bat of the day. Popped out to Aiden Aguayo at second base. The top of the first, he would see 2 pitches from Landen Doll. So another chance to fight back against the southpaw on the mound. 0-1 count to kick things off for him. Pops this one over towards the right. Jake Hanley makes the move, but no need to make a big flashy play. The ball is way over the fence into the fan. So an 0-2 count. Things going 1 out on the board, but you got 2 runners on for the Bourne Braves. Waiting the dish in the box way upstairs. Popping out of the squat is Tyler Bellin. Kettleers and the Bourne Braves still duking it out here in the top of the 3rd inning. Bourne has the 7th most RBIs when it comes to the team overall, 86. Kettleers are on top of them with 97 of their own. This pitch way on the outside. 2-2 count to even things out. So Bourne struggles when runners are on base. Surprising Kettleers overtake them in that factor there. Board is not afraid to try and advance themselves on the base running. 44, that's a 4th best in the CCBL. The 2-2. Upstairs again, 3-2 count. Rigdon battles his way back into this one. Starts with an 0-2 with a couple of foul balls over towards the right. Now has the opportunity to load the bases here in the top of the 3rd.
And he can't walk Rigdon with arguably the best hitter on the Cape, Andrew Costello, on deck. Got to find something in the zone right here for Landen Doll.
Dancing towards 3rd and looking to steal is Austin Hawk, and he will be safe. There it is, some of the flashy displays that Danville got to witness so far this season. 12 stolen bases, and he has his first as a Bourne Brave.
Just picked up on Doll's reads. He's been looking back once and then going to the plate and not looking back to second again. And that time just caught Doll sleeping. Tough situation. Runners on the corners now with 1 out.
Kick up and delivery. Going off the foul ball, but being brought back is Matt Bolton. He had a good lead and a good jump. Didn't really even see the head of Landen Doll turn to look at him as he tossed. Ty Bellin, the catcher, standing up, reconfirming with his pitcher. Bellin has only had a couple of tight base running situations. They were able to catch a Hyannis Harbor Hawk the other day. Jax Jimenez running towards 3rd. The delivery. Hashed out towards center field. Underneath it will be Noah Coy to make the play. Running home for the first run of this game. Got Austin Hawk.
Yeah, and that comes back to bite you. That's the misread from Doll on the mound, not being able to go back to second as much as he should have been. Hawk would have been on second base. Instead, it's the first run of the ball game. Rigdon does his job. 2 down for Andrew Costello. 1-0, Bourne on top.
So a sac fly from Rigdon gets the first run on the board for the Bourne Braves. Still have Matt Bolton at first. 2 outs on the board, though. Downstairs and running for it will be Bolton. Turning to make the play, not in time. Aiden Aguayo's glove couldn't turn fast. The left hand had to curve all the way around the body. Bolton slid in with no pressure. Bit of a tight turnaround action, moving quickly for the base runners of the Bourne Braves. Landen Doll looking to get himself out with the 2 outs on the board. Here in the top of the 3rd inning, kicking and delivering on the outside of the zone. To Andrew Costello, as you mentioned, Liam, a dangerous hitter. 2 balls up in the count already, not someone you just want to let go easy. Any fastball action. Takes full advantage. 2 home runs, 6 doubles, 9 RBI on the season. Batting .347. Does this one go downstairs? It's a 3-0 count for Costello.
Yeah, he's got the highest batting average on the Cape for qualified hitters currently. .347, 75 at-bats. That's a legitimate average.
Doll with a 3-0 count. Tosses this one in the zone. Clips to bring in the first strike of this at-bat. Costello watches that one whip by from the arm of the southpaw. So far this inning, Austin Hawk in his Bourne Brave debut walked, stole a base, was brought in off a sac fly. This one clips the zone again, make that a full count. Andrew Costello, who was up 3-0 just moments ago. Matt Bolton also singled to get himself over to first, so had a chance to load the bases with Paul Vasquez. He would K out, and then the fly from Rigdon. Allowed Hawk to come home and put the only run on the board. This one shot over into the glove of Dawson Park, turning to make the play at first with a ricochet pass, and he got him. The glove of Jake Hanley extended out in time to put away the 3rd out of this game, but not before scoring 1. The Bourne Braves atop of the Cotuit Kettleers, 1-0 when we come back for the bottom of the 3rd here on Cape League TV.
A Generac generator from Mercier delivers more than reliable backup power. It delivers peace of mind. Peace of mind that comes from knowing our expert technicians, knowledgeable staff, and emergency service team are here when you need us most. As one of New England's leading Generac generator dealers, RCA provides a 10-year warranty and regular maintenance services to ensure your home stays protected. RCA, powering your peace of mind.
Kettleers Baseball is brought to you in part by Mid-Cape Oral Surgeons, the Maxillofacial Surgery and Dental Implant Center of South Yarmouth. Doctors Theoritis, Meyer, and Sarah Pack are the Cape's leading experts on oral biopsies, wisdom teeth extractions, and dental implant reconstructive surgery. Call 508-398-6055 to schedule an appointment. We thank Mid-Cape Oral Surgeons for their support of the Kettleers.
Cats fans, this is Chase Vandermeed, right-handed pitcher from Notre Dame, and we're grateful for all your support this summer. Let's get back to the ballpark on Cape League TV.
Kettleers pitching staff not able to hold the Bourne Braves back in the top of the third inning. Landen Doll allows a walk that would be brought home off the sac fly. Austin Hawk in his debut is able to be brought all the way home. So back-to-back games where we've seen a debut player come all the way back, crossing all the base paths, this time in favor of the Bourne Braves. A 1-0 score to get things started as we head into the bottom of the third. It'll be the other guy who made his debut not too long ago, Tyler Bellin, today's catcher out of Wheaton College. Against Hyannis, went 0 for 2, had 1 run scored, 2 walks, and a K. So he's already off to a positive start, still looking for a nice hack to add to the board. He'll take the plate against Aiden Stillman. So far today has limited the damage. As these Kettleers tosses this one just between the 5-hole. Catcher Berkeley Mabius, excuse me. So a 1-0 count to get things started here. Bellin's a tough guy. Changing the pace here, this one downstairs. It's really good at his takes when we saw him play against Hyannis. He's patient. He did swing and went pretty far for not taking a lot of live at-bats for the first time in a couple of months. Kick in delivery, takes a big swing on that one to make it a 2-1 count. And we heard it from head coach Rob Cooper today at a pre-team meeting that was probably one of the top moments in his coaching career, getting to tell the hometown kid he gets to play for the Kettleers. This one on the outside.
And his at-bats have been pretty solid. He's been patient at the plate, waiting for his pitch. He hit a pretty hard line drive to left field his last at-bat at Hyannis.
Kick and delivery. Dropped ball there. Advancing is number 27. 3 walks on the season for Tyler Bellin, and he's a base runner on for the Cats.
How about this? This story is incredible. It's just speaks to Cotuit, speaks to the Cape Cod Baseball League. Tyler Bellin, just another walk, make it 3 in 2 games for the bullpen catcher, getting called up to the active roster. He is legitimately making himself known on this squad.
Turning slowly into what could be a fan favorite. He's got a great story there. The first pitch tossed to Noah Coy's flashing bunt, but unsuccessful in turning it around. Tyler Bellin joins 2 other Kettleer bullpen catchers who have been called up and been made starters in the Kettleers' 78-year history. Nolan Clark back in 2013 was called up a little bit earlier in the season due to a lot of injuries, guys being picked up by Team USA, the draft, of course, too. He's called up to be a starter. He's known as Mr. Clark. He's a very popular and likable guy on that roster. The 1-0 count to Noah Coy to get things started. This one outside, make it 2-0. He would help and push the Kettleers to their 2013 championship. One of many. Their head coach Mike Roberts to get things going. And it would be about 6 years until the next bullpen catcher would get their time. This one toss on the outside. Noah Coy will walk, so back-to-back BBs on the scorebook for the Kettleers to start things off here in the bottom of the third.
Keep the line moving. Stillman's been out of his control the past 2 batters. Now you got runners on first and second, nobody out. Middle of the lineup coming up. Good time for some runs and a bounce back.
Dawson Park, the guy to do it. He leads the team with a triple on the season, 4 RBI. Toss to him downstairs, not in time. That second bullpen catcher that I was hinting to a couple moments ago, Cody Pasick, was called up, and he was a part of that fantastic emotional Game 1 of the championship series back in 2019. The Cats would go on to bring home another title. Big swing out of 14 in the box, a 1-1 count. So, it seems if you're a bullpen catcher on the Cotuit Kettleers and you're called up to start, there might be a championship correlated to that kind of play. So we'll have to see if Tyler Bellin can make that one happen here in 2026.
Hey, I like the way you're thinking.
Pushed out towards center field, making the run for it and over the head, bouncing off the fence of center fielder Matt Bolton, running around the corners. Tyler Bellin brings in the second run of his Kettleers experience so far, advancing all the way to third. Noah Coy, Dawson Park with the RBI double to get things going here in the bottom of the third.
Such a good piece of hitting. Park just drove it exactly where it was pitched. A fastball in the outside corner. Stillman's got some arm side run. Park was all over it, sat on it, thought that ball had a chance of getting out of here. It's off the fence. One run comes in to score. Answering back in the bottom of the third are the Kets.
1-1 now the score. Kettleers with 2 hits on the board here in the bottom of the third inning. No outs for the Cats as well. Jake Hanley will take the first ball, 1-0. Change of pace just happened in a single at-bat. Tyler Bellin brought in for his second run in back-to-back games. Noah Coy will advance all the way to third. Got the lead-taking run 90 feet away. Dawson Park at second after the RBI double. Kettleers answering back after giving up a run in the top of the third. There's a lot of base running there. Austin Hawk would bring in the run. This one on the outside corner to Jake Hanley. That a 3-0 count. So the Cats, after struggling with a little bit of outage, giving up 2 punch-outs and grounding into a couple of plays here and there. The double from Owen Pano getting a base runner on in the second. As Hanley will walk, flip the bat, and there you go. Bases are loaded for the Kettleers. Exciting change of pace. You start with the walk from Ty Bellin. You have another walk from Noah Coy with no strikes in that count. Dawson Park has the double to bring home Bellin. Jake Hanley walks, and the bases are suddenly loaded.
Yeah, keep the patience at the plate. Stillman has been struggling to find the zone, really besides the Park double, which credits a Park. He had a 1-1 count. Most of the time hitters, especially after 2 walks, kind of looking for a walk, expecting a walk. He was all over it. Hanley takes 4 straight, bases loaded for a guy who is due, Brady Chrisman.
Chrisman so far in the past couple of games still looking for his first hit since July 4th. Has struggled with the big Ks, but no outs on the board. This is the perfect time for him to go swinging. Good warm-up practice for the home run derby in just a couple of days. Kick and delivery to Chrisman on the outside corner, takes ball 1. No arms are actively warming in the Bourne bullpen right now. So Stillman will still be the main guy out there looking to get himself out of a jam. Got 3 runners on, nowhere to put Chrisman to end his day with K fashion. Kick up and delivery. This one drifting towards a similar spot in the zone, make it ball 2. Brady Chrisman had a 2-2 count back in the first before grounding into a 4-3. Last time he faced off against Bourne, went 0 for 3 with 3 punch-outs. The 2-0. On the other part of the zone, outside, enough for ball 3. Keeps up this kind of pattern from Stillman, you might just have a nice walk to take the lead. Noah Coy, the leading run on third. Toss to Chrisman, strike 1. So it won't be a 4-ball count. Chrisman has another duel here with Stillman up on the mound. Number 1-6 at the plate. Waits his turn, bounces this one into the middle infield, making the play is the shortstop over to first base, Josiah Overbeek. He'll put away 2 for a quick double play, turning that around, and suddenly there's only 1 base runner left for the Cats.
But the run does come in to score, so it's productive for Brady Chrisman. It's exactly what Bourne wanted. They were kind of conceding the run. Infield wasn't moved in. You get the double play, nicely turned by Rustin Rigdon. But a run comes in to score, 2-1. Answering back, 1 in the top of the third for Bourne, and a 2 spot in the bottom half for the Kets.
Okoye brings in the second run of the game off a double play, turned a 6-3 off the bat of Brady Chrisman. Landen Beaver, the right fielder in today's game, swings at the first pitch he sees. 0-1 the count to start things off. The kid out of UAB. Dancing the bat around, 2025 West Division All-Star awaits the second pitch. Kick up and delivery towards the left foot. Mabius get a 1-1 count to get things going. Beaver had a productive outing against Bourne back on the 24th, went 1 for 4, scored a run, had a K. He's currently on a 2-game hitting streak. Dish to him, goes down in the dirt. Fishing for that ball, but unsuccessful. Make it a 1-2 with 2 outs on the board here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Beaver readjusts, taps the bat with his fist, taps it back down, and swings it back towards his head. The 1-2. On the outside corner, not enough to be called strike. Got a 2-2 count for Beaver. His last appearance against Stillman only saw 3 pitches before flying out towards right field. Wind starting to pick up here at Lowell Park. Beaver swings on the next TC, stranding Noah Coy on first, but it was a productive outing for the Cotuit Kettleers. Drive home 2 runs, set up a lead against the Bourne Braves as we get situated to head into the top of the 4th. It's been a great time calling the first 3, and we'll toss things over to Liam Ervin when we come back.
Want to give your kids an experience they'll never forget? That's what our Kettleers clinics are all about. Kids ages 6 to 18 will have the opportunity to learn the fundamentals of baseball and the importance of sportsmanship from some of the top college baseball players in the country. Youth baseball clinics begin the week of June 22nd and end the week of July 20th, and sessions are held from 9 to 11:30 each day. The advanced baseball clinics run from July 27th to the 31st. Head to the Kettleers website for more information.
A Generac generator from RCA delivers more than reliable backup power. It delivers peace of mind. Peace of mind that comes from knowing our expert technicians, knowledgeable staff, and emergency service team are here when you need us most. As one of New England's leading Generac generator dealers, RCA provides a 10-year warranty and regular maintenance services to ensure your home stays protected. RCA, powering your peace of mind.
Hey Cotuit fans, this is Jackson Yarberry, right-handed pitcher from Indiana University. This is your home for the Kettleers baseball all summer long. Catch all the action from Lowell Park and on the road right here in the Cape League TV.
Top of the 4th from Lowell Park, the 3rd edition of the Bourne Braves versus the Cotuit Kettleers. It's a 2-1 ball game. Ketts answer back after surrendering 1 in the top of the 3rd. Landen Doll back out on the hill. He'll face off against 3-4-5 in the Braves lineup. Blake Schaff, Luke Costello, and Berkeley Mabius. The task ahead for the lefty out of Marshall, who's been pretty solid today.
Yeah, it's been exciting to see him kind of flip around from what we saw against Orleans just a couple days ago. You're thrown into a tight situation in a jam-packed, loaded bases experience, I guess, for your first start or first debut as a Cotuit Kettleer, and then you're entrusted with the start on the mound a couple days later. Landen Doll getting things going. He's got a couple Ks on the board. Exciting start.
Doll will face Schaff, who is red hot. Takes a breaking ball on the inside corner for strike 2. Schaff had a 4-hit game yesterday in the 10-2 win against Wareham for Bourne. He'd been shut out the 2 days prior, put up 11 hits on Sunday. Schaff waves at a breaking ball and swings through it. Strike 3, strikeout 4 for Landen Doll. First out at the top of the 4th.
Yeah, Landen Doll doesn't care if Blake Schaff is swinging a hot bat right now. He's got him 0 for 2 and looking ugly in the batter's box. A big-time breaking ball. Liam, you talked about it earlier. He's mixing up speeds. And that was the curveball.
Luke Costello due up, 1 down in the top of the 4th. First 2 appearances between Ketts and Braves have been nail biters. First one right here at Lowell Park. It was a 7-inning finish called due to darkness, but 3-3 the final, a tie. 1 of 3 for the Braves this season. 2-0 to Luke. Takes at the knees for strike 1.
Remember at one point, 3-3-3 for the Bourne Braves. A lot has changed since then.
They started the year hot with ties.
Yeah, sure did.
But truly, it is one of the things keeping them at the top of the West Division currently. Costello rips one back up the middle. That'll be a hit into center field for Luke. The second of the ball game for the Braves. And a base runner with 1 down in the top of the 4th.
Yeah, maybe feeling the footsteps a little bit. Bourne. Falmouth starting to creep up there a little bit. 10, 11, and 1 second place. And got to start playing some good baseball. Although, I will say, there have been some good additions, including this guy, Berkeley Mabius, for Bourne. That'll certainly help as we've gotten past the midway point of 2026.
Mabius takes the first right down the middle. He's an Oregon kid, recently transferred to Mississippi State. Runner on first base is Luke Costello. The 0-1. Inside the corner, 1 ball, 1 strike to Mabius. One thing about the West is it is wide open currently.
Sure.
The East has got some top-heavy power. YD, of course, the best team record-wise in the league. 1-1 home. Nice breaking ball that caught Mabius out in front. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
So maybe a switch hitter, but at Oregon in the spring, ditched right-handed hitting about 2 or 3 weeks in. It's interesting. Might have to go talk to him, see what's up.
He's back to it this summer, obviously from the right side.
He is.
Facing Doll. Doll will check back to first base. Luke Costello's got 1 stolen bag on the year.
You were just saying how the switch hitter is a dying art in baseball, and here you go, next day.
And the Braves have got 2 of them in their lineup. They've got Rigdon at the top and Mabius in the 5 spot. It is something just feel like you don't see a lot these days. 1-2-1 out, top of the 4th inning. Doll home. Blew it by him upstairs with the fastball. Strikeout 5 for Landen Doll. 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning.
Well, he mixed up speeds there nicely as well. Getting Schaff earlier with a breaking ball in the dirt in this inning, and then Mabius, the heater, up and in. Nice pitch. Really nice pitch. Man.
Doll at Marshall this season only had 3 outings above 4 innings pitched. His best appearance of the year was at an ACC school, Virginia Tech, who had a solid season. He went 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, and just 1 run allowed. Overbeek fights one off. And he's looked solid today. 5 punch-outs from the lefty. Braves getting a couple new additions to their roster. Berkeley Mabius, Josiah Overbeek. As Overbeek punches one down the right field line. It's off the wall. Chasing for it is Beaver. Being stopped at third base is Costello. Relay comes in quickly. That was a poke out to right field. Had a shot of going out of the yard. Instead, it'll be runners on second and third with 2 down.
It's definitely a tight play. Beaver chasing that one along the fence line, and it bounced off and it went into no man's land, having to retreat and run off the way. Beaver getting the ball, and luckily you're able to hold Luke Costello to third. He was ready to gun it there. Just couldn't do it in time, and Rob Cooper will come out to talk to his southpaw.
This might be the end of the day for Landen Doll, the lefty, for the Kettleers. 5 strikeouts, just allowed 3 hits, but with Bourne threatening with runners on second and third and 2 down. The Kets will call to the bullpen. We'll have you covered with who the new arm is when we return. Still in the top of the fourth, right here on Cape League TV.
A Generac generator from Mercier delivers more than reliable backup power. It delivers peace of mind. Peace of mind that comes from knowing our expert technicians, knowledgeable staff, and emergency service team are here when you need us most. As one of New England's leading Generac generator dealers, RCA provides a 10-year warranty and regular maintenance services to ensure your home stays protected. RCA, powering your peace of mind.
Try it, then buy it. Rent a new cat for up to 90 days. Then apply 100% of the rental cost to the purchase and save. The Milton Cat Rent to Purchase offer. Try it, then buy it. Go to miltoncat.com/RPO.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
If you're a Massachusetts resident and don't have a bachelor's, you could be attending 4Cs for free, all while preparing for careers that actually move you forward. Aviation maintenance, nursing, dental, funeral service, we've got it all. capecod.edu/free.
Landen Doll, the starter for the Kets, was excellent, but got into some trouble here in the top of the fourth at Lowell Park. It's a 2-1 ball game, runners on second and third. And the man coming in for relief will be a first appearance as a Kettleer, Mason Holloway, the 6'3" righty out of Binghamton.
Yeah, also his Cape League debut from Horseheads, New York. The righty, a 5.50 earned run average in the American East Conference. 52 1/3 innings pitched, 51 strikeouts, just 16 walks. This guy's going to command the zone. He's going to pitch to contact, and that's how he's going to get you out. He's going to try and be great out of the bullpen. A lot of the guys that have come into this bullpen as of late for the Cats have been really, really solid. He's looking to follow or jump onto that train as well.
He's got a 3-to-1 strike to walk ratio, like Carson just kind of mentioned there. So he's a deadly force to mess with a Cotuit team that's been really limiting the walks and putting up the Ks, especially in today's game. He got 5 for Landen Doll, so not a bad performance to get things going. But you know this Bourne team has got a couple runners on you, got to keep it slow, and hey, some upstate New York representation.
It's Austin Hawk, the man in his debut with the Bourne Braves, facing the righty Holloway in his first appearance as a Ket. Runners on second and third. Pitch. Fouls it off. Quickly 0-1 to Hawk for Holloway out of the bullpen. Well, Holloway is also a guy with starting experience. Landen Doll, 3 starts this year. For Holloway, he started 10 games. Pitched to a 5.50 ERA. 0-1 home. Just outside, it's 1-1 to Hawk. Hawk scored the sole run of the ball game so far for the Braves. Runners on second and third, credited to Doll. The 1-1 tips it off the mask of Bellin behind the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the 7-hitter for the Braves.
Little courtesy timeout by J.C. Fernandez. Let Bellin catch his bearings. Those aren't fun. Those are not fun.
Get a little stinger behind the plate.
Yeah.
Your home plate umpire today is J.C. Fernandez. First base umpire Brian DiDomenico and Jeffrey Merzel at third base. Runners lead off second and third. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs for Holloway out of relief. He kicks and deals. Breaking ball skips by the catcher Bellin all the way to the backstop. 1 run comes in to score, and it's a tie ball game, 2-2 on the wild pitch.
Kettleers have struggled with a lot of those free passes turning into wild pitch plays. Runners are able to advance on that one, and there you go. We're knotted up 2-2. Kettleers knew a little familiar with kind of the situational awareness of what happens when that ball passes your backstop. Brewster took full advantage of that. We saw it a couple of times against Hyannis. Kettleers just need to take a breath.
The 2-2 from Holloway slices 1 foul. Well, the new catcher behind the plate, Tyler Bellin, really not much he could do on that breaking ball. About a 58-footer that took a weird hop behind the plate off the protector and back to the backstop. 2-2. Chops it on the ground to Hanley. Playable for him. He'll back up and flip to Holloway at first. So the run is stranded on third, but the Braves tie the ball game up in the top of the fourth. 1 on a wild pitch, 2 hits, 1 left on base. It's a 2-2 ball game. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth. 4.5 down, 4.5 to play at Lowell Park. Proudly serving Cape Cod, Plymouth, and the South Shore since 1927, Paul J. Cazault & Sons are here to solve your roofing, siding, or gutter needs. They also offer window replacement, rotten trim repair, deck resurfacing, and many other exterior improvements. Get in touch with the experts at Cazault Roofing and Siding by calling 508-428-1177 or head to their website at cazault.com. That's CAZEAULT.com.
Cape and Coast Bank has been supporting Cape Cod families since 1921. Just like the Kettleers, they believe in teamwork, commitment, and community. Whether you're planning your next big move or need smart business advice, Cape and Coast Bank is there to help. Find out more by visiting capeandcoastbank.com or at their nearby location off Falmouth Road in Marston's Mills.
Hey Cats fans, this is Ryan Taransky, outfielder from the University of Cincinnati. You're listening to Kettleers Baseball on Cape League TV.
Four and a half down, 4.5 to play at Lowell Park. It's a tie ball game. These two teams familiar with playing each other close. Bourne has been in the most one-run games in all of the CCBL. Bottom of the fourth, still a lot of baseball left to play. A 2-2 ball game as Aiden Aguayo and Pano and Ryan Taransky due up in the bottom of the fourth for the Cats offensively. Aiden Stillman back out on the mound.
Stillman has weathered the traffic a little bit. 3 walks in that last inning. Able to work around them for the most part. Anytime you walk 3 in an inning, right, and allow a double, you might think more damage than 2 runs, but he hung in there.
Got the double play from Chrisman and then struck out Beaver to strand a runner on third. Aguayo takes high for ball 2. It's a 2-0 count. Stillman's returning to the starting role for the Braves. He had a stint with Team USA for a little bit. Hasn't started in about 3 weeks for Bourne. Aguayo skies one to left field. Chasing in is Costello. He'll have it for the first out.
Putting away one of the hotter bats on this Kettleers batting staff. 5-game hit streak out of Aiden Aguayo. Had the sac fly in the last game against Hyannis to draw the runners in. Getting a lot of good movement out of him. Just still trying to figure out the bat of, or the arm of Stillman.
And this will be the day for Stillman. Scott Landers heads out to the mound to conversate with his guy as an arm comes out of the Braves bullpen. 2-2 ball game, 1 down in the bottom of the fourth. Pitching change when we return on Cape League TV.
Aubin Equipment has been providing service to commercial landscapers in the Cape Cod area for more than a decade. They're staffed with experts and professionals who will provide you with personal service for all your equipment needs. Aubin Equipment is the exclusive sales and service dealer for Walker Mowers on Cape Cod, and we're named the top dealer in Walker Equipment 3 years in a row. Find Aubin Equipment online at aubinequipment.com or stop by Monday through Friday at their location in South Dennis.
Beacon Gardens is Osterville's premier garden center. Located on Osterville and West Barnstable Road, Beacon Gardens prides itself on quality products and excellent customer service. Check out their wide assortment of garden products and find everything you need to beautify your home. Beacon Gardens, Osterville's premier garden center.
Try it, then buy it. Rent a new cat for up to 90 days. Then apply 100% of the rental cost to the purchase and save. The Milton Cat Rent to Purchase offer. Try it, then buy it. Go to miltoncat.com/RPO.
Hey Cats fans, this is Noah Coy, shortstop from Notre Dame. You're listening to Kettleers Baseball on Cape League TV.
Stillman comes out to get the first out of the bottom of the fourth, and then the Braves called to the bullpen. Owen Hancock enters the game, the right-hander from Mississippi. 6'5", 205 pounds in his second appearance as a Brave.
His first was a good one, allowed 2 hits, no runs, and 1 strikeout, 1 walk. At Ole Miss was very good as well. In somewhat of a limited sample, 14 innings pitched, punched out 19. So he's got that big-time strikeout stuff. The walks have been a problem for him at times. He walked 10 batters in 14 innings in the spring for a team that had quite the run to Omaha. And 3.77 ERA in his sophomore year. 6'5", 205-pounder from Sylvester, Georgia, onto the Cape for the second time this summer.
And he's pitching against former or current teammate, I should say, Owen Pano, stepping into the box. So we've got a bit of a Rebel duel here.
The Rebels duel off. Kind of an interesting decision from Scott Landers. The Kettleers have 2 lefties due up, and Aiden Stillman, a southpaw of his own. Might have been more favorable to throw in a lefty-lefty matchup, but that's the day for Stillman. Hancock comes in, the righty out of Ole Miss, and he'll face his teammate Pano. Ball in to start things off for Pano. He doubled his last time up. First extra base hit of the season as a Kettleer for Pano. The 1-0 is fended off. It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
I was talking to Ryan Taransky a little bit about when you face off against guys from your school, and he always likes to flash a quick smile, kind of joke at them a little bit to see if he can get them off their game. But he said once the first pitch comes down the way, it's all business.
Looks all business right now as Hancock misses high. 2 balls and 1 strike. Well, there's always, of course, some recognition between the two. A little tip of the cap. 2-1. Slice the other way. It'll fall for a hit in front of Costello. Second one of the day for Pano. He'll win this matchup of Ole Miss. And a 1-out base hit for the Kets.
It's a little bit of action across towards the left side of the field. You talk about that lefty-lefty matchup. Owen Pano getting his second hit of the day. He's 2 for 2 at the bat. Another Kets runner on base. Make that 4 consecutive innings with a runner on.
Ryan Taransky due up next. First time he'll face Hancock. Stillman's day is complete. He came out of the game with nobody on base as Taransky takes low. He'll finish 3 1/3 innings pitched, 2 hits allowed, 2 runs. The big thing to circle was the 3 walks back in the third. Did punch out 3, though, as well. Pano off first. Hancock set and fires. It's outside. Two squads have played some close games. Bourne's 3-3 in 1-run games. Again, the most on the Cape. 93 on the outer black for strike 1.
We'll have to see how Owen Hancock can adjust to the wind that has suddenly picked up. You can see it on our center field cam a little bit, shaking from left to right, and it's definitely going to be an advantage to some. It's 32-mile-an-hour gusts.
Hancock's pitch finds the zone for strike 2. It's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Taransky. Well, that is an interesting thing about today. We showed up to the ballpark. It was kind of a yellowish hue over the field. And now the wind picking up. Flag blowing a little bit out towards center and right field. Back to first base goes Hancock. Head first dive for Pano. He's got 1 stolen base on the season.
Yeah, you mentioned that yellow haze. We were a little worried about if this game would make it past 5 innings with how dark it was at first glance, but sun's starting to come out a little bit here later into the game.
Could be an advantage for the lefty Taransky, especially if you get one into the jet stream. Ball could carry out of here on a fly ball. 2-2. Nice breaking pitch. Blew it by the bat of Taransky. Strikeout 1 for Hancock, and there's 2 down in the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, that just looked like a backdoor breaking ball that hung up a little bit, and Taransky tried to put one into the jet stream. Couldn't quite connect on it, though. So with with 2 outs, there's a runner on first. Number 9 man Tyler Bellin. Why not a base hit?
Still searching for his first as a Ket. Pano takes off towards second. Maybe his throw is a rocket, but it's not in time. Good jump by Pano and a solid throw by Mabius, but just a better chance for the base runner.
Yeah, that was stolen on Owen Hancock for sure. I mean, Pano was taken off. He was halfway down to second base by the time the ball left Hancock's hand.
First stolen base for Owen Pano of the season as well.
Tyler Bellin hacks one back up the middle. Rigdon fields on the run, throwing, and he's got him. Just a couple inches away from his first hit as a Ket was Tyler Bellin. The runner will be stranded on the base paths, and Pano following the stolen base. No runs in the bottom of the 4th inning. 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. It'll stay a 2-2 ball game. We'll head to the top of the 5th here at Lowell Park. Aubin Equipment has been providing service to commercial landscapers in the Cape Cod area for more than a decade. They're staffed with experts and professionals who provide you with personal service for all your equipment needs. Aubin Equipment is the exclusive sales and service dealer for Walker Mowers on Cape Cod, and we're named the top dealer in Walker Equipment 3 years in a row. Find Aubin Equipment online at aubinequipment.com or stop by Monday through Friday at their location in South Dennis.
The Kettleers welcome ZoomInfo.com as a premier sponsor for the 2026 season. Smart businesses use ZoomInfo. It leverages data to unlock useful insights, and it allows you to know who to reach out to and how to reach them so you can grow your business. Unlock insights, engage customers, and win faster with ZoomInfo.
Top of the 5th from Lowell Park, a knotted up ball game. 2 apiece for the Braves and Kettleers as Mason Holloway heads back out to the mound. All-Star game is approaching this Saturday coming up. That'll be at White House Field, as many of the players on the field right now for either team will be on the same team for the West All-Stars. There's 8 of them for the Bourne Braves and 7 for the Kettleers. It's Matt Bolton, Paul Vasquez, and Rustin Rigdon. Bolton is one of those all-star selections. Face off against Holloway for the first time.
That's a big deal. 7 all-stars. We got to talk to a West Division all-star from 2017, not too long ago. Griffin Conine spent some time with us up here in the booth. And yeah, last year only 4. Jared Vincula was selected, went back early for Georgia Tech camp, so Ryan Farber was promoted. A lot of really cool guys getting to come in, but this year by far takes the gold.
Quickly 2-0 is Bolton, who singled his first time up. The field manager for the Bourne Braves, Scott Landers, will be the manager for the West All-Stars. As tipping that one back into the zone of Bellin is Bolton. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Home Run Derby is another thing. The MLB All-Star Home Run Derby was last night. Bolton flies 1 foul. It's 2-2. Nobody for the Bourne Braves, but Brady Chrisman, currently in left field, will participate himself. There's been a couple pretty big-time guys in the home run contest over the years. Frank Thomas back in 1988 for Orleans. As Bolton fends one off the left field. Chasing in is Chrisman. He slides and makes the catch. Nice play out and left from Brady Chrisman. Just talking about him in the home run contest. Hey, he can flash the leather too.
Yeah, sure can. Why not? Show it off, kid. Nice play. Help your pitcher out. Help your buddy out. Mason will be grateful. 1 up, 1 down. Hang a star next to it. Why not?
It's 1 down in the top of the 5th for Mason Holloway. First full inning as a tapper off the bat of Vasquez. Tough play for Pano. He'll let it go, and it's foul. Smartly letting it go is Pano. That was a close call.
I was going to say, good decision there. It was just on the borderline. If he tried to turn and pick that one up, he'd still have to cross the entire body to make the play over to first, and in time would have been Paul Vasquez. So smart to let it go out, and you have to let him fight back against your guy on the mound.
Holloway will have an 0-1 count as Vasquez retreats to the batter's box with 1 out in the top of the 5th. Other notable names of the home run contest: Todd Helton back in 1994. And most notably, Mitch Moreland in 2006. He was with the Bourne Braves. Hanger from Holloway. It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, what about Cotuit? Ben Rice back in 2021. Hit 7 home runs in this year's home run derby. Placed 8th. Probably not as high as he wanted to go, but there you go, Cotuit.
Vasquez check swings, appeal to first. He did go around. There's 6 competitors this year, all from different teams. The 1-2 from Holloway. Slashes one to the third baseman, Pano. This time it's fair, and Pano makes the play.
Let the ball come to you. Don't chase after it. Owen Pano gets to finally make the play after letting the first one he saw off the bat roll foul. Smart decision there, and then awaits the ball that's more on the inward part of the base. Make a quick 5-3, and there you go. 2 outs on the board.
It's back to the top of the Braves lineup for Rustin Rigdon. Switch hitting shortstop, goes to the left side after hitting from the right side his first 2 at-bats. Holloway's got some good-looking stuff.
I like it a lot.
1-0 just outside, 93 miles per hour. It's 2-0 to Rigdon.
Yeah, mid-90s fastball, low mid-90s fastball, and then a couple different looks on a breaking ball, changeup. Mixing it up nicely.
Misses low here. It's 3 balls and no strikes to the all-star Rustin Rigdon. He had 3 hits on Sunday against Wareham. The second time he's done so in the last 5 games. He'll take a get-you-over fastball for strike 1. It's 3 balls and 1 strike. Three, 1, 2 outs. Holloway home. Chops it up the middle to Park. Big hop, he'll play it on and fire to first base for the 3rd out of the inning. Mason Holloway in his first complete inning as a Ket goes 1, 2, 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. 2-2 ball game. Heading to the bottom of the 5th at Lowell Park.
Boston Hand to Shoulder is the go-to team for Boston's professional athletes, musicians, workers, and families across New England. They are trusted orthopedic specialists for athletes and everyday people. So if an injury is slowing you down, Boston Hand to Shoulder is now on Cape Cod. Call 617-965-HAND for all your hand and upper extremity needs. Boston Hand to Shoulder, proud sponsor of the Kettleers.
Cape and Coast Bank has been supporting Cape Cod families since 1921. Just like the Kettleers, they believe in teamwork, commitment, and community. Whether you're planning your next big move or need smart business advice, Cape and Coast Bank is there to help. Find out more by visiting capeandcoastbank.com or at their nearby location off Falmouth Road in Marston's Mills.
Hey Cotuit fans, this is Jesse DiMaggio. I'm a catcher. This is your home for Kettleers baseball all summer long. Catch all the action from Lowell Park on the road right here on Cape League TV.
First 2 games between these 2 teams were decided by 1 run. A tie in the first matchup, a walk-off winner for Bourne last time these two teams faced off. Today it's more of the same, a 2-2 ball game in the bottom of the 5th. Cats will grab their bats and head up for the top of the lineup. Let's take a look at the standings so far of the Cape Cod Collegiate Baseball League, a tight West division.
Definitely 11-10-3 for Bourne. Falmouth nipping at the heels, 10-11-2. Kind of that reverse faction there. Hyannis just sitting behind with 3 losses. I was texting with a couple of people the other day, and yeah, it's really anyone's division. You take a look at those standings compared to the East. YD losing back-to-back games, kind of in an unusual move from the Red Sox. Kettleers, though, if they push a couple here and there, you might just take atop the West division, and you got a chance against the leader right here.
So the top 3 teams in the East division would be by far and away first place in the West. But all that means for the Kettleers and Braves is that it's really anyone's game. Coy takes on the outside corner. It's 1-1 strike to the leadoff man for the Kettleers. Wind's really picking up.
Yeah, sure is. Wind is picking up. The action on the Cape is picking up as well. Some teams in the West starting to play better. Maybe some teams in the East starting to come back to earth a little bit. Water always finds its level. But yeah, hey, Cotuit, got a chance to help yourself out tonight.
Tonight would be a big win,
to say the least.
Top of the West versus the 4th in the West currently. And we're knotted at 2 in the bottom of the 5th. Owen Hancock back out on the mound for the Braves. He worked around a base hit from Pano when he came in relief back in the 4th. Coy blasts one, but it's way foul down the right field line.
Ball looked like it was picked up by the wind a little bit and ricocheted over towards the head of first base coach Scott McKeon. Bit of a dangerous airwave situation right now.
He looks unfazed. Hands on his hips. You don't care.
Scott's used to this. AAA guy. Been around the coaching industry for a couple of years. 2-2 fends it off. Coy working another long at-bat at the plate. It's really what he does best, and it stays the same in his 3rd plate appearance. He's been on a heater recently. Obviously that big game back on the 10th against Harwich right here at Lowell Park. The 2-2 to him. Blasts one to right field. Chasing back is Costello. Off the wall. Coy turns around first, heading towards second. Missed his 2nd homer of the summer by about 5 feet, but he cruises into second base. And a leadoff double to start off the bottom of the 5th.
Well, that's right where he hit his homer, that same spot. And he might like that right center alleyway. Going off the middle of the wall, start the inning with a double, his 2nd of the summer, and in scoring position for Dawson Park, a guy that can knock in runs.
Dawson Park's 1 for 1 today. He rocked a center off the center field fence. A double, pardon me. Takes a breaking ball for strike 1. That's something that Coy has harped on in his hot stretch, is being able to work long at-bats. He said, quote, grinding through the long at-bats and succeeding was such a relief. 0-1. Clips the zone. It's 0-2 to Park. Coy doubles to start off the inning. Dawson Park due up in an 0-2 count. Hancock's pitch. Up and out. One ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Bottom of the 5th inning, and a 2-2 ball game. The pitch. Coy pops one up on the infield. Overbeat calling for it, fighting the wind, and he makes the play.
That's a more difficult play right now than ever, right? With the wind swirling all around, maybe a tough sky. Look out there. Yeah, a little gray, blending in with baseball a little bit. Unproductive, empty out for Dawson Park. Not what you want to see. You want to move that runner over. but still a scoring opportunity. Still have a great chance to put yourself in the lead. Got to come through. Jake Hanley is a great hitter, guy that can come through.
It's a guy who's about the most due man in the Kets lineup. Takes a heater down the middle for strike one. A 1-1 out, bottom of the fifth, 2-2 ball game. As Hanley steps in with a runner on second. Infield shifted a little to the right side for the pole happy Hanley. Check swing, appeal to third base. He did not go around. Power surge for Hanley to start the season, still looking for his fourth on the year. Takes outside for ball two. It's 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom of the fifth inning for Jake Hanley as Coy leads off second base. Hancock's pitch takes outside. It's 3 balls and 1 strike.
This will work too. Get a runner on, another one. Now you're in a big time hitter count though. Look for a cookie and crush it.
Back to second, checks Hancock. In the month of July, Jake Hanley is second in strikeouts. He's got 11. Tied with a Bourne outfielder, Matt Bolton. He's got a 3-1. He takes on the corner. Nice breaking ball to get you back over the zone for Hancock.
Busting out the breaker down 3-1. I like it. All right, now it got Hanley guessing a little bit to the 3-2 pitch. What's he going to go to?
Coy off second. The full count pitch. Takes just a hair low. Maybe has thought it was strike 3. Hanley will pull off the leg guard and head down to first. His second walk of the day. Runners move to first and second with 1 out in the bottom of the fifth.
Walk some more. All right. Another free pass. Stillman, the starter, issued 3 of those in his 3 1/3. First walk by Hancock. Table set for the Kets.
It's Brady Chrisman, who's grounded out both times he's been up. Last time was for a double play. He'll take outside, ball 1.
Love to see him get into one right here. Had that little hot streak, mini hot streak early July. Cooled off again. Wouldn't be a bad time for your second home run of the summer, would it?
1-0 on the corner, strike 1. Chrisman's 0 for his last 7 at the plate, but you're right. That stretch on the 3rd and 4th of July was a hot streak. He went 3 for 5 and then 2 for 4 with a homer.
Even before that, though, when the hits weren't coming, he was hitting everything hard, right? There were some good at-bats, hitting balls right at guys, so he's starting to get going, and then just kind of falling back into a hole a little bit here. 1-2, maybe not thinking about a homer anymore. Just get the runners over.
The 1-2 pitch. Waved at and missed. Strike 3. Hancock with a nice breaker. And now the runners will be stranded on first and second for now with 2 down in the bottom of the 5th.
That's the slider from Hancock. And a good pitch. Good pitch to get Chrisman. Still an opportunity, but yeah, dwindling a bit.
It's Landon Beaver, the lefty all-star selection in a 2-2 ball game. Hunters on first and second. Hancock loops in a breaker for strike 1. He's relied on that pitch a lot.
Yeah, almost similar to what Landen Doll was doing for the Kets, just spamming breaking balls, and then that fastball looks even harder when you do throw it. I love pitchers that pitch backwards. I think it's awesome.
The 0-1. Just a hair outside. Rigdon's hat, the shortstop, fell off his head. He'll run back out towards center field to get the baseball.
Wind is really blowing out there right now. really blown. Look at that flag. You see that? Wow.
I wonder if that has some effect on the movement of pitches at all.
It's got to, right?
Start a slider on the outside corner, gets blown back into the strike zone. The 1-1 to Beaver. Chops one foul into the dugout of the Braves. Behind in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning.
There's actual velocity, perceived velocity. You don't need to get into that, but I mean, certainly you're pitching into the wind. That has a factor. You look at the flag. It's blowing.
The 1-2 to Beaver. Blew it by him with a fastball at 95 miles per hour. Runner stranded on first and second. 2 punch outs in a row for Hancock, the 3rd on his day, and he'll strand 2 following a leadoff double from Noah Coy. 2-2 ball game in the bottom of the 5th inning. Another 0 put on the scorebook for the Braves pitching staff. New arm Holloway heads back out to the mound. But one of the stories of today has been the backstop, Tyler Bellin, in his 2nd start as a Kettleer. He's a bullpen catcher all season, and our very own Ryan Weiner has more on Bellin.
Yeah, so Tyler Bellin obviously was not planning on playing for the Kettleers this season. He was planning on being the bullpen catcher. But one by one, you have Will Plattner go down with an injury, and Jesse DiMaggio needs a break. This reminds the Kettleers of the 2013 season, where they started off with 3 other catchers, and one by one, they leave for Team USA. They get hurt. They need a break. And they had a catcher by the name of Nolan Clark step up and lead the team throughout the rest of the season, and they won the championship that year. Will the same happen with Tyler Bellin? Time will tell. However, he's played very well, and he's getting his first start tonight at Lowell Park, the field where he used to come and watch Kets games and watch catchers like James McCann as a kid.
Well, thanks, Ryan. It's such a cool story. Tyler Bellin. That's right. Another added bonus of this is his first appearance was against Hyannis, and now he's back at Lowell Park, where he is familiar.
And getting to rock the white uniforms, the maroon pinstripes, in front of a very good Tuesday evening crowd at Lowell Park. Good for you, Tyler Bellin. Good for you.
It does deserve a round of applause, truly. He's a guy who grew up going to Cape League games when he was 12 years old. There's a photo of him in a Kettleers hat at Lowell Park. Costello taps one to the second baseman, Aguayo. A big hop and a throw over to first base. 1 up, 1 down on 1 pitch to start the top of the 6th inning. Bellin was the bullpen catcher. Of course, as Ryan mentioned, turned now to a starter. Coach Cooper said it was one of the greatest experiences he's had as a coach to let Bellin know that he is called up to the active roster.
Yeah, we watched it. We heard it happen, right? With all the applauses and the post-game huddle. Really cool.
Holloway's 0-1, fists off the hands. It'll fall for a hit into center field. Schaff had a 4-hit day on Sunday. He'll pick up his first on this Tuesday night contest, a 1-out base runner for the Braves.
Didn't need to square it up, hit it 1,000 miles an hour to find some green grass out in the outfield, that's for sure. In off the hands, little bleeder into left center, base hit, they all count the same. Now, the other Costello.
It's Luke Costello, who scored one of the 2 runs on the scoreboard now. Singled his last time up, struck out his first time. Mason Holloway still on the mound for the Kettleers. Freshman this year at Binghamton College. This 1-0 delivery. Clips the corner of the zone. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. 4 righties, 3 lefties, and 2 switch hitters for the Braves. Back to first, checks Holloway. Wind really picking up. It's 80 degrees at first pitch. Temperature has dropped a little bit, with decent attendance at Lowell Park. Holloway's 1-1. Runner takes off. Bellin towards second. It's a strike. They got him. Tyler Bellin throws out his first runner and catches a man stealing to make it 2 outs in the top of the 6th.
And Blake Schaff is a great base stealer. Was 8 for 9 to that point. How about Tyler Bellin in front of the home crowd? We can take another look. Why not? Beautiful throw. Pretty good jump by Schaff. Pitch in the dirt. Throw. It was close. He's out.
Bang, bang play. Scott Landers will head out to talk to the umpire who made that call, Jeffrey Merzel. Third base umpire today. What's been the story we've been talking about? Tyler Bellin, bullpen catcher turned starter, and he throws out his first runner.
Here, Coat Kid. Have a good day. Do that. Get a good pop-up. It was a 4-3 play that ended his time in the 4th inning, but he's getting a lot of good swings.
Breaking ball skips outside for Luke Costello. 2 balls and 1 strike for the cleanup man in the Braves lineup. Holloway winds and deals. Got him fishing for a breaking ball on the outside corner. 2-2 to Luke Costello, with 2 down in the top of the 6th. Gets one scoreless last frame via Holloway. Can he do it again? The 2-2 crushes one foul down the third baseline. Cats enter tonight 8th in ERA as a team, 4.62, but picked up their first shutout on Sunday at Hyannis. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 6th inning in a 2-2 ball game. The wind and deal. Got him swinging in the dirt. Mason Holloway picks up his first punch out as a Ket, and again faces the minimum 3 batters. A caught stealing, a ground out, and a strikeout in the top of the 6th. T-shirt toss heading your way from Lowell Park. 2-2 ball game. We'll head to the home half of the 6th when we return on Cape League TV. The Kettleers welcome ZoomInfo.com as a premium sponsor for the 2026 season. Smart businesses use ZoomInfo. It leverages data to unlock useful insights, and it allows you to know who to reach out to and how to reach them so you can grow your business. Unlock insights, engage customers, and win faster with ZoomInfo.
Proudly serving Cape Cod, Plymouth, and the South Shore since 1927, Paul J. Cazalt & Sons are here to solve your roofing, siding, and gutter needs. They also offer window replacement, rotten trim repair, deck resurfacing, and many other exterior improvements. Get in touch with the experts at Cazalt Roofing and Siding by calling 508-428-1177 or head to their website at cazalt.com, spelled CAZEAULT.com.
Hey Cats fans, this is Brady Chrisman, catcher and outfield from Mississippi State. You're listening to Kettleers Baseball on Cape League TV.
Home half of the 6th from windy Lowell Park. A tie ball game, all knotted up at 2 apiece. Braves back out to the mound, Hancock, and he'll face off against Aiden Aguayo, Owen Pano, and Ryan Taransky. Cats offense has somewhat been there. They've got a hit in the last 4 frames, but they just haven't been able to push as many across as they probably should have.
Yeah, I mean, runner left on base in every inning of offense. At least one runner left on base in every inning of offense for the Cats. So they've been putting up some good at-bats, struck out 6 total times. A little bit of an improvement so far from the Hyannis game. on Sunday, in which they struck out 15. But it's time for some more runs.
Hancock finds the corner to Aguayo. 0 for 2 today is Aguayo. Grounded out to the third baseman and then flew out to the left fielder, Andrew Costello. Outside to Mabius, it's 1-1.
Aguayo's had some pretty good contact today. Only took 2 pitches and popped out towards left field. Belated birthday boy, too, looking to draw some action.
This one into right center field. Chasing on is Bolton. He lays out, but he can't find it. Aguayo stops on the brakes after rounding first. A single for Aiden Aguayo, his first hit of the day.
Need I say it? Good for you, Aiden Aguayo. 6-game hitting streak. And that one dunking in front of the speedy Bolton, who was Bolton trying to get to that one. But a leadoff base knock. All right, table set. Back-to-back innings with the leadoff runner on. 2 out of the last 3 with the leadoff runner on. Let's get some runs.
And here's a guy who is more than capable of doing it. 2 for 2 today with a double and a single, Owen Pano. Takes at the knees for strike 1. It's 0-1, nobody out. Pano back up against his teammate Owen Hancock on the mound. Pano won the first battle with a single. This time, fights one off, just foul down the left field line.
You think there's any relation? Owen Pano, Owen Hancock? Don't think so.
Same school?
Yeah.
No, there's not. There's not. 0-2 to Pano. Aguayo off first. He's got speed. 6 stolen bases, a team high for the Cats. Pano fights one off.
Trying to be tough with 2 right there. 93. Middle. Pano's swinging it well right now. Picked up his first extra base hit of the summer earlier. Got to find a way. Push runners over, though.
0-2, nobody out. Aguayo off first. He'll take off towards second. Pano fouls one off. A good jump and a good pitch for Aguayo to run on. He'll have to head back to first base, though.
Yeah, he can run, too. Aguayo, 6 for 6. I like that in that spot. Action pitch. Try and get yourself out of a double play if Pano were to have hit the ball on the ground. Maybe go first to third on a base hit.
Wind is really whipping. The 0-2. Upstairs and out. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Pano. 7-hitter today for the Cats. The Cats have rotated the infield quite a bit this year. Pano's at third base today. Has a couple stints at shortstop.
It's a versatile team, and it's exciting to watch. You never really know who's going to be in the lineup any given day. Keeps you on your toes as a player, too, because everyone's fighting for time. It's fighting for innings.
It's kind of telling that 3 of the guys who are all-stars for the Kettleers, only 1 of them is in the infield today. Other one's not in the lineup, but Noah Coy has been adapting and moved to center field throughout this season.
That's been fun, because in his 135-plus games of action in college level, never played the outfield, let alone center.
The 1-2 to Pano. Caught him looking, but it just misses outside. Hancock was shocked. Same with Landers, who's out of the dugout now. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out. Aguayo off first. Hancock home. Pano punched out. Punch out 4 for Hancock. 1 down in the bottom of the 6th.
Good little battle there, but eventually going in the way of Owen. Owen, 1. Other Owen, none in the 6th inning.
Ryan Taransky due up next.
Did you just think of that?
Yes, clearly.
One down, bottom of the 6th. Back to first goes Hancock, and standing is Aguayo. Brooke, you had the chance to talk and sit down with Ryan Taransky this week. Talk about his experience coming over from the Northwoods League.
Oh, yeah. He's just such a personable guy, too. Someone who takes full advantage of the opportunities he's given, and he does it with a smile on his face. Nothing's ever too intense for him. Just approach in a calm, collected manner, and that's why he does so well at the plate. Team high, 18 walks. There's a reason for it, and he's battling here, too.
Never seems sped up at the plate. Takes his time, takes pitches, works long at bats. Aguayo was dancing off first. Smartly back to first was Hancock. One ball, one strike, one out. Back to first, close play, bang, bang. Aguayo sneaks his hand in there, and he looks banged up. Not a good sign for the Kettleers. Aguayo was hard back into the first base bag. He got in safely, and now the training staff will come out to check on him.
Initial reaction, maybe he got stepped on. It didn't look like that was the case. Maybe something, I don't know, sometimes it could be, knocking the wind out of you, diving back into the bag like that.
Looks like he's shaking his hand a little bit, too, the right one. Caught up in the fray.
I don't know. But he was certainly thinking about swiping the bag. That was very close. He's a Bulldog. He's actually a Bruin, but tough kid. Gonna stay in the game.
Stay in the ball game, as you said. On first. One ball and one strike with one out. Bottom of the 6th. Two teams have played close in the previous two matchups. Today, same story. The 1-1. In the dirt, it's 2-1 to Taransky. There's an arm warming in the Braves bullpen. Same with the Kets bullpen. Chase Vandermeed is up and loose. The 2-1. Just a hair outside. It's 3 balls and 1 strike to Taransky.
All right, now you worked yourself into a big-time hitter's count. Can expect pitch, hittable, with Bellin on deck. Go after it.
3-1 pitch, nowhere close. It's ball 4, and Ryan Taransky picks up another walk on the season. It's tied for a league high, 19th.
Team high there. No one comes close when you look at Kettleers' walk stats. Taransky taking the way. We're able to talk to him at that fun ice cream catch-up, and it's just really about the first pitch. What you see will justify kind of what you choose to do in the later parts of the count. He really wants to make pitchers hate working with him is basically kind of what you could take away from that conversation. There's a reason he's so tactical. Only 5 real hits on the season. He's got the home run, 6 RBI, but he knows how to get himself over to first. It's been such a crucial skill for the Kettleers.
Scott Landers headed out to the mound to talk to Hancock. It looked like for a second that Landers was going to take the ball with an arm warming in the bullpen. Maybe a conversation of whether or not Hancock felt good enough to stay in the ball game. Tyler Bellin due up, the 9-hitter for the Kets. Runners on first and second and 1 out. This would be quite the time for the first hit as a Kettleer for Tyler Bellin.
Well, he's Scored 66% of the team's runs over the last 2 games. Yeah, why not a hit right now?
First pitch, fouls one just down the line.
Wow, game of inches. Oh, that would have been so sweet. You can see the smiles in the dugout. Some of those guys. That's Brady Chrisman. He thought maybe. So did we.
0-1-1 out. Taransky off first. Aguayo off second. The delivery. Bellin pops one out of play. Down 0-2 to Hancock. Just missed an RBI by about a couple of feet. Noah Coy waiting on deck. 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Caught him looking. Back door from Hancock. Strike 3. The 5th punch out for him on the day. And with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th, this might be the time Scott Landers goes to the bullpen.
Yeah, he went fastball, top of the zone, fastball, top of the zone, front door breaker. Bellin couldn't get the bat off the shoulder. And probably a good point for Owen Hancock to depart this game. It looks like the call has been made. It looks like a lefty is coming in.
Lefty coming in to face Noah Coy. Runners on first and second with 2 down. We'll step aside for a quick second in the bottom of the 6th when we return. The arm in the bullpen and the last out of the home half of the 6th.
A Generac generator from Mercier delivers more than reliable backup power. It delivers peace of mind. Peace of mind that comes from knowing our expert technicians, knowledgeable staff, and emergency service team are here when you need us most. As one of New England's leading Generac generator dealers, RCA provides a 10-year warranty and regular maintenance services to ensure your home stays protected. RCA, powering your peace of mind.
Try it, then buy it. Rent a new cat for up to 90 days. Then apply 100% of the rental cost to the purchase and save. The Milton Cat Rent to Purchase offer. Try it, then buy it. Go to miltoncat.com/RPO.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
If you're a Massachusetts resident and don't have a bachelor's, you could be attending 4Cs for free, all while preparing for careers that actually move you forward. Aviation maintenance, nursing, dental, funeral service, we've got it all. capecod.edu/free.
Braves 2, Kettleers 2. Bottom of the 6th inning, and the Kets were threatening. Runners on first and second. Scott Landers will call to the bullpen for a lefty to face off against Noah Coy. It's Connor Lehman, the lefty, 6'2", 210 pounds, out of the University of Alabama.
Trying to turn it around here on the Cape in 2026. 5th appearance for the Southpaw. Does have a hold. Wow, don't see that often. 3 1/3 innings pitched, 8 hits, 6 earned runs, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. So kind of a limited sample, right? 0-1 win-loss record so far for Connor Lehman, the lefty out of Alabama. But still, it has been a little bit of a struggle. Struggled a little bit at Alabama in the spring in 11 innings as well. Gave up 10 walks, 11 earned runs. So he's going to be tasked with a pretty big situation right here, right now. 2 on, 2 out, top of the order. The stuff looks good from the lefty. We'll see if he can bring it.
And also an interesting story, if you look closely at the cleats of Lehman, you might see some pink ribbons. It's in honor of his late mother who passed away after a 9-year battle with breast cancer. Does it every single day, told fans that she's what got me into this sport, and he plays for her every single day in her honor.
It's a great story. High pressure situation for the lefty-lefty matchup. Runners on first and second. Coy has been hot. The pitch to him. Upstairs, it's ball 1. Coy doubled his last time up. He was stranded at second. He scored one of the 2 runs today following a walk back in the third. The 1-0. Outside at 92 miles per hour. 2 balls, no strikes to Coy. Missed a homer by a couple of feet his last time up. The 2-0. Off the edge, it's 3 balls and no strikes. Aguayo's got speed with a hit to the outfield. You got to think that he'd come around to score. In a tight 2-2 ball game. 3-0 pitch. Nowhere close. 4 straight for Lehman out of relief, and Coy will trot on down to first. A walk, bases loaded for Dawson Park.
Well, Scott Landers brought in Lehman for one reason, and that was for the lefty-lefty matchup. And on 4 pitches, you're out of that matchup. You got Dawson Park up now, who roped a double earlier in this game, and now he's got the handedness advantage.
Cats have been statistically one of the best teams against lefty pitchers. First pitch to Park is low. There's nowhere to put him. Bases loaded. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. A knotted up ball game. Cats just have failed to get the big hit against Bourne this season. Can they push one across now? 1-0. That finally finds the zone. 5 straight balls for Lehman and across the dish for strike 1.
Absolutely fine with that take. Got to make him prove that he can get across the zone. Still a friendly hitter's count.
1-1. Park fouls it off. Good cut from the 2-hole for the Cats. He'll be down 1-2 with 2 outs and the bases juiced. Cats have stranded 6 runners left on base already. 1 in every frame so far today. The 1-2. Pounds one on the ground to Rigdon. He'll go the short way to third base. Tags out the runner, Taransky. He is out. Oh, a close play at the bag. Rigdon went the easy way to third base. Now Coach Cooper will come out to talk to the third base umpire, Jeffrey Merzel, as Bourne heads off the field. Another 3 will be stranded for the Cats offense following a ground out, fielder's choice for Dawson Park. Score will stay 2-2, heading to the top of the 7th, and when we do, Carson Mercier taking over on play-by-play. Proudly serving Cape Cod, Plymouth, and the South Shore since 1927, Paul J. Cazault & Sons are here to solve your roofing, siding, or gutter needs. They also offer window replacement, rotten trim repair, deck resurfacing, and many other exterior improvements. Get in touch with the experts at Cazault Roofing and Siding by calling 508-428-1177 or head to their website at cazault.com. That's CAZEAULT.com.
Cape and Coast Bank has been supporting Cape Cod families since 1921. Just like the Kettleers, they believe in teamwork, commitment, and community. Whether you're planning your next big move or need smart business advice, Cape and Coast Bank is there to help. Find out more by visiting capeandcoastbank.com or at their nearby location off Falmouth Road in Marston's Mills.
Hey Cats fans, this is Ryan Taransky, outfielder from the University of Cincinnati. You're listening to Kettleers Baseball on Cape League TV.
Deadlocked at 2 at the top of the 7th inning, and a new pitcher for the Cotuit Kettleers. It's old reliable Chase Vandermeed, the righty who's been electric in relief this year for the Kettleers.
Yeah, Chase Vandermeed has been incredible, especially over his last 2 appearances. He's an all-star for a reason, 2-0 on the year, picked up a win. His last appearance out of relief at Orleans, a 2.89 ERA, majority out of the bullpen, all out of the bullpen. 9 1/3 innings pitched, just 7 hits allowed, and he has punched out 17 hitters in 9 1/3 innings pitched. Really only made one mistake so far this season, and it was the homer right here at Lowell Park. But otherwise, the submarine arm for the Cats, has got it working.
Cotuit and Bourne going at it for the third time this summer, for the second time here at Lowell Park. The Cats looking for their first win against the Braves in 2026. It'll be Berkeley Mabius, Josiah Overbeek, and then Austin Hawk right in the middle of this lineup. 5, 6, and 7 for the Braves, who have 4 hits tonight. Cats 2 runs on 5 hits. And Vandermeed going to be taking over for Mason Holloway, who made his Cape League and Cotuit debut. 2 1/3 scoreless innings on 1 hit, struck out 1. He pitched in relief of the starter, Landen Doll, who was equally as impressive. Went 3 2/3, 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, all on 66 pitches. I think a little bit later in the summer we might get to see a little bit more Landen Doll, more as he gets stretched out a little bit more. So Berkeley Mabius to lead off the top half of the 7th inning. Has not been the day that the Bourne backstop would have liked. Just his 5th game on the Cape this summer. First pitch from Vandermeed, runs inside. 0 for 2 day for the switch-hitting Berkeley Mabius. Has struck out swinging in both of his at-bats thus far. Both of those strikeouts coming off the starter, Landen Doll. Vandermeed's 1-0. Lined to left, diving attempt by Park, but he can't get there, and it'll be a leadoff base knock for Berkeley Mabius, just his 3rd on the summer.
Good piece of hitting. Went the opposite way. It's really tough to pick up on Chase Vandermeed, especially the first time facing off against him. The submarine arm just stayed through it the opposite way. That's the only way you can hit him. If you try to pull the baseball, you're going to roll over on a ground ball.
Wind also picking up towards left field. Just in that moment, it's shifted a little bit there. You get enough height on that, it'll drift over the head of your shortstop, Dawson Park.
Here's a newer Bourne Brave, Josiah Overbeek, taking one in the dirt. Playing in his 5th game of the summer as well. So this is our first look at Overbeek. Swings through a fastball to make it 1-1. He also committing to Mississippi State, Overbeek, along with Berkeley Mabius, Brady Christman for the Cats. That was announced about a month ago at this point, after a really good year with Army. Squares to bunt, pops it up, first base side. That'll be 1-2.
Yeah, Pano was playing really far off the line right there to try to prevent from Overbeek slicing a grounder his way. As a result, just tried to sneak a bunt down the third base line, but popped it up.
Overbeek hit 17 home runs in the Patriot League in the spring, his freshman year. Trying to protect in a 1-2 count. Here it comes. Runs outside. 2-2. At a 1,200 OPS. Slugged over 700. Not a bad baseball family either. His brother Joshua Overbeek at Nebraska. Good player for the Cornhuskers. 2-2. Vandermeed home. Pitch misses in. Count is full with nobody out in the top of the 7th inning. Payoff pitch. Popped up left field side. Christman sprinting over towards the line. It'll drop in fair territory. It'll be a base hit for Josiah Overbeek. Back-to-back hits to start the 7th inning for the Bourne Braves.
That was a tight play for Brady Christman to try and turn around. It was dabbling over the top of the foul line, so probably a little bit of confusion. The wind had its way with it there. Christman just not in time by about a foot. That drops, and back-to-back hits. Chase Vandermeed's one-game hitless streak has been broken through a no-hitter in his 2 1/3 innings of work at Orleans to get the win there. Back-to-back hits. The bats are starting to light up for Bourne. You got to hold strong here.
So now Austin Hawk in his debut as a Brave. Squaring to bunt, dropping it down in front of the mound. Vandermeed will have it throw to the covering second baseman at first, Aiden Aguayo, for the first out, but a successful sacrifice bunt from Austin Hawk.
Yeah, good baseball right there from Hawk. First game with the team. And he says, hey, I could do this for you. Comes up and bunts it. I was almost wondering what was going to happen with the throw over to first base from Vandermeed, whether or not he was going to sidearm that or throw it over the top. He went over the top, looked clean. But now he's in a tough situation. Runners on second and third, one out, and feels like the Kets have been threatening all day. Now Bourne's finally threatening.
2 on, only 1 out in the top of the 7th inning. Swinging at the first pitch and fouling it back is the center fielder Bolton. It'll be 0-1. And the Kets have had a whole lot of opportunity with scoring runners in scoring position. Cotuit is 1 for 11 with 9 left on the bases. The Braves, on the other hand, only 3 at-bats with runners in scoring position. They've only left 2 on. The infield will come in with 1 out in the 7th. 0-1. Just dances off the outside. Ball and a strike in a 2-2 ball game between Cotuit and Bourne. Cotuit really trying to steal a win against a team atop them in the West Division. On Sunday, it was a 1-0 win over Hyannis. Ball and a strike. Swing and a miss from Bolton. Vandermeed has relied on the strikeout this summer. In 9 1/3 innings pitched, he struck out 17. He's put himself in an opportunity for one right here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Matthew Bolton takes outside. Nearly got to the backstop, but Bellin able to keep it in front.
Yeah, nice job by Bellin holding on to that one. That's how Bourne got one of their 2 runs already today. Wild pitch.
Two and two. Time is called by Tyler Bellin behind the plate. Now he's going to go out there and talk with Vandermeed. This is the second game for the Cotuit backstop, but he's all too familiar with every one of these arms. The bullpen catcher until Saturday night. He's looked good behind the plate, trying to instill some confidence into Vandermeed. Berkeley Mabius, the runner on third. Josiah Overbeek, the runner on second. Just 1 out in the top of the 7th. Bourne looking for a lead for the first time since the top of the 3rd. 2-2. Way outside again. Another full count for Vandermeed. It's the 2nd and 4 batters.
Walk wouldn't be the worst thing ever. It would allow for a double play ball, but got to go after the 8-hitter in Bolton.
Number 9 hitter Paul Vasquez waits on deck. A deep breath from Vandermeed. The 3-2 home. Swung on and missed. Blows 92 right past him. Deletes Matt Bolton for out number 2 in the 7th.
What a punch out. Big spot for Vandermeed. He's been struggling with his command a little bit to start today off, but finds one on the outside corner, and he just blew it by the bat of Bolton again. So tough to face off against this side armor for the first time. He's got stuff that runs away from you as a lefty, stuff that runs in on your hands, and he punches him out to strand runners on 2nd and 3rd for now.
First pitch to the number 9 hitter Paul Vasquez, and you can see the awkward swing right there, Lee.
Yeah, exactly right. That's a pitch that's honestly not really close to the zone, but it looks like it is just based off that arm side movement that Vandermeed gets from the submarine slot.
2-2 ball game. Top of the 7th, 2 outs. Vanamede's 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. This one at 90. Still had that arm side run, and it's 0-2. Chase Vanamede surrendered back-to-back base hits to start the 7th inning. A sacrifice bunt put 2 in scoring position. Trying to bear down against Paul Vasquez. Playing in just his 5th game on the Cape this summer. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Chase Vanamede elevates with the heater. Gets back-to-back strikeouts of Bolton and Vasquez to escape the 7th inning unscathed. We're tied at 2. Ket's coming to bat when we come back here on Cape League TV.
Aubin Equipment has been providing service to commercial landscapers in the Cape Cod area for more than a decade. They're staffed with experts and professionals who will provide you with personal service for all your equipment needs. Aubin Equipment is the exclusive sales and service dealer for Walker mowers on Cape Cod, and we're named the top dealer in Walker equipment 3 years in a row. Find Aubin Equipment online at aubinequipment.com or stop by Monday through Friday at their location in South Dennis.
Beacon Gardens is Osterville's premier garden center. Located on Osterville and West Barnstable Road, Beacon Gardens prides itself on quality products and excellent customer service. Check out their wide assortment of garden products and find everything you need to beautify your home. Beacon Gardens, Osterville's premier garden center.
Try it, then buy it. Rent a new cat for up to 90 days. Then apply 100% of the rental cost to the purchase and save. The Milton Cat Rent to Purchase offer. Try it, then buy it. Go to miltoncat.com/RPO.
Hey Cats fans, this is Noah Coy, shortstop from Notre Dame. You're listening to Kettleers Baseball on Cape League TV.
Last at the 7th at Lowell Park. It's a 2-2 ball game between Cotuit and Bourne. We haven't seen a run scored since the 5th inning. The pitching has been fantastic by all 6 arms who have come into this ball game, and one of which most recently we've seen it's Chase Vanamede with 2 strikeouts in the 7th inning.
Yeah, take a look at the new Michigan State Spartan doing everything he can to get himself situated. He came into the Orleans game 2 runners on, not by his own accord. He relieved Landen Doll in that situation, able to punch out 7 straight. Couple of punch outs here, forcing the groundouts in different situations. Worked himself with 2 runners on, giving back-to-back singles, then forcing the 3-1 off the sac bunt, and then back-to-back Ks to get himself out of the jam. Had a second to talk with catcher Tyler Bellin, get himself situated again, and went back to throwing what worked for him. There you go, back-to-back Ks.
Jake Hanley swings at the first pitch of the inning. It's 0-1. Still Connor Lehman on the hill for Bourne. Hanley, Chrisman, Beaver, 3-4-5 for the Cats trying to crack through. 0-2. As Hanley couldn't get the bat off the shoulder. A couple of walks for Jake Hanley. Also a strikeout. That was back in the 1st inning. But we've really seen him work some at-bats in this ballgame. 0-2. Nice take on a good breaking ball from Lehman, who's in his 2nd inning of work, but first full inning of work. Did a really nice job in the 6th. Breaking ball again, misses outside. That's a pitch that Hanley struggles with at times, that breaking ball from a lefty down and away, but he's laid off it on consecutive pitches. Let's see what Lehman goes to in a 2-2. It's a fastball that's tapped foul.
Yeah, this feels like the time for the Cats to get their offense moving. They've had runners on base every inning today. They stranded 3 last frame, 1 for 11 with runners in scoring position. It's getting slowly darker here at Lowell Park. Windy day. Capitalize on your chance right here. Pitching staff has been great to back you up.
Yeah, right around 7:45. When it's sunny out is when it starts to get kind of dark at Lowell Park. Right now there's clouds in the sky, so we are kind of in a race against time here. 2-2, Hanley lifts it foul. That will reach the 3rd row of seats just above the third base dugout housing the Cotuit Kettleers. We were talking about it in the middle of the inning, but it feels like you need a run right now because you might not get another chance to hit. 2-2. Slider swung on and missed. Nice pitch from Connor Lehman. He's got his first strikeout of the ball game. And there's one gone in the last of the 7th.
It's a tough matchup for Hanley against Lehman. Lefty, good sweeper for Lehman. And the strikeout struggles continue for Jake Hanley. One down in the bottom of the 7th.
Brings up Brady Christman, who is 0 for 3. Takes outside. Is responsible for one of the runs back in the 3rd inning, but doesn't technically get an RBI. He grounded into a 6-4-3 double play. But at the time, that put the Kets on top 2-1. Also struck out. That was against Owen Hancock. Flies this down the right field line. Luke Costello sprinting on, but it'll get foul. 2-1. Owen Hancock, first in relief for Scott Landers, went 2 1/3, struck out 5 batters. Pitching for Bourne has been great in this ball game. Trying to cap it off. So the 2-1 skips in painfully off of Berkeley Mabius. Wind is whipping around here at Lowell Park. Noah Coy was almost the beneficiary of the wind in the 5th inning, a double off the right field wall. Haven't seen too many balls in the air today, though. 3-1 from Lehman. Rolled over, left side, foul. Not seen a run score since the top of the 4th inning. Been a quiet ball game. 11 total hits, runners left on for both sides as Crispin swings through a breaking ball. Back-to-back Ks. And there's 2 gone in the 7th.
Just missed a heater on the outside corner. That'd have been sitting on the off speed. Lehman blew it by him. Back-to-back punch-outs in the bottom of the 7th, and in an inning where the Cats need some offense, they have not started out like they have all day.
That's 10 strikeouts now for Bourne pitching. Beaver pops the first pitch up into foul ground. Moving over Beak, but it's a second baseman, Austin Hawk, who calls him off, makes the catch in foul ground. A 1-2-3, 7th inning for Connor Lehman. His first full inning of
Auburn Equipment has...
We'll go to the 8th, tied at 2 here at Lowell Park.
Been providing service to commercial landscapers in the Cape Cod area for more than a decade. They're staffed with experts and professionals who provide you with personal service for all your equipment needs. Auburn Equipment is the exclusive sales and service dealer for Walker mowers on Cape Cod, and we're named the top dealer in Walker equipment 3 years in a row. Find Auburn Equipment online at auburnequipment.com or stop by Monday through Friday at their location in South Dennis.
The Kettleers welcome ZoomInfo.com as a premier sponsor for the 2026 season. Smart businesses use ZoomInfo. It leverages data to unlock useful insights, and it allows you to know who to reach out to and how to reach them so you can grow your business. Unlock insights, engage customers, and win faster with ZoomInfo. Well, new pitcher as we start the top of the 8th, but the last pitcher for the Kettleers worked extremely effectively. Chase Vandermeed back in the 7th inning, back-to-back base hits, then back-to-back strikeouts to end it, Brooke.
Yeah, it was phenomenal out of him the way he battled back through. You've got a couple guys that are looking to put up a couple of big swings on you, and with the wind behind your back, a little bit of a disadvantage. We saw a couple of pitches on the outside corner trail more towards the left. Definitely not the spot he wanted to put them in. You get one big arm tossing 92. How about a guy that averages 95 on a lot of these tosses?
It's Dylan Wood, recently entered the transfer portal looking for a new home, but the righty, Liam, has flashed some great stuff.
Yeah, he's got some big-time stuff. A powerful arm drafted in the 19th round of the 25 MLB draft. Opted to head to Georgia for his freshman year. One appearance on the summer for Cotuit. Back on the 8th against Falmouth, 1 2/3. 2 hits, allowed 2 runs. Walked 3. That was kind of the issue, was the walks. But he did strike out 3 as well. And he's got some wicked stuff if he can find the zone.
Also a very fun kid to be around. Had him up in the booth the day after he pitched, and he was telling us that he was basically only throwing the fastball and slider in that first appearance versus Falmouth. But his best pitch is the changeup. Just didn't really ever get the opportunity to throw it. Maybe he'll get the opportunity to debut that one here against the top of the order for the Braves. Rustin Rigdon, Andrew Costello, and Blake Schaff. 2-2 ball game as we go to the top of the 8th inning. A couple of lefties scheduled up. Rigdon, a switch hitter, will bat from the left side. Dylan Wood, the 4th pitcher to be used by Rob Cooper and the Cats. First pitch from Wood. This is outside. That was 92 miles an hour. Had some sink to it, and it's 1-0. Rigdon, the shortstop, is 0 for 2. Sacrifice fly in the 3rd for an RBI. Chase Vandermeed, last pitched for the Cats, went to scoreless inning, gave up 2 hits back-to-back to open up the inning. Couple of strikeouts, though. 1-1. Wood reached back for a little bit extra on that one. 94, but in the dirt. 2-1. 8 strikeouts so far for Cotuit pitching. 10 for Bourne pitching. 1-1. Just misses inside. 3-1. 5 straight games for the Cotuit Kettleers offense with 10 or more strikeouts. Been a struggle in that department as the 3-1 misses low. Leadoff runner is aboard. Go-ahead run is aboard for Bourne.
And 7 of those 10 strikeouts have been with runners in scoring position. So that is why you see a mark of 1 for 11 with runners in scoring position. Like this mound visit a lot from Coach Curtin. Wood kind of looked frustrated following the first at-bat. Good time to slow down your arm with a lot of big-time stuff. Big hitter coming up in Costello with the leading run on first.
Oh, Kevin Curtin out there, his first season as pitching coach at Cotuit, or for Cotuit. He was with Bourne for quite some time, but made the jump over. Has done a really good amount of work for Cotuit in just half a season. Liam, you got to speak to him pregame. It was a good conversation you two had.
Yeah, and we actually talked about mound visits. I noticed at the end of the game against Hyannis, came out in a big pressure situation to talk to Eli Buxton. He said in that instance, Buxton's not a guy who, loves a mound visit. He likes to be out there by himself and work through things, but he could sense that Buxton wanted the ball.
Here's a pitch that's taken for a strike. Taken off for second is Rigdon. He'll get in easily. A stolen bag, the 11th for Rustin Rigdon on the summer. He works himself into scoring position with maybe the best hitter on the Cape in the batter's box.
Yeah, and it's really smart You flash bunt to move the infield around, and then Bellin has to work around a bat being out in front of him. Long delivery from Wood on the mound. Runner takes off towards second, and runner in scoring position, the leading run at second base.
Andrew Costello's 26 hits are third most on the Cape this summer. Here's a nasty breaking ball for strike 2. Dylan Wood jumps ahead of him. Cats have held Costello quiet. He's 0 for 3 with a couple of ground outs and a fly out to right. 2-2 ball game, but the go-ahead run on second base for the Braves. Woods pitch, taken, strike 3, no doubt about it. Costello goes looking for out number 1 in the 8th.
Sometimes you just have to turn back to what works, and in that case, it's a heater down the middle. Put it all together, give it everything you got, and you retire, like Carson just said, one of the best hitters on Cape so far this summer. There you have it. You got a big out on the board, got a runner over on second, so harder to turn the double play in this instance, but you just got to put away Blake Schaff, and you're one step closer.
Schaff is 1 for 3. Left-handed batter takes the ball. Trying to come up big. Wake Forest kid. Doing the DHing for Bourne tonight. Wood misses in the dirt. Rigdon thought about testing Bellin, but elects not to.
Yeah, and Rigdon is not a guy who's afraid to be aggressive on the base paths. That's something that Vanderbilt's identity was all season. He's already got 11 on the year. Wouldn't be surprised if he takes off.
2-0, big lead for him. Wood just staring him down. Now he'll step off. Flied in the air to center field. Just back a second, it's Aguayo who makes the catch for out number 2.
Felt like one of those slower pop-ups. The sky and the visibility, the color contrast make it a little bit harder, but Aguayo planting himself just off to the left. Second base, and there you go. Force the weak contact, get the easy outs. You've got back-to-back. Punched out Costello, you put away Blake Schaff, and there you go. Luke Costello's your last guaranteed batter here.
Yeah, after a leadoff walk, back-to-back outs. Rigdon's going to take off. Pitch gets to the backstop. Kicks towards first base dugout. Rigdon's headed home, and he's going to score as the ball ends up in the well for the Bat Boys on the first base side. And no, they're going to send him back to third. Cotuit gets bailed out big. That gate was open, and it shouldn't have been. Had it been closed, the ball would have ricocheted off the facing of it, and there would have been no chance for Bellin to get him at the plate.
Yeah, it's unlucky for Bourne. I think either way the run would have scored, even if the fence is closed. As a result, it's a runner on third. Wood has another shot.
1-0 to Luke Costello, who takes low. Well, take all you can get in this game. Cats catch a break. 2-0. Breaker misses in. No team, or only one team worse than Bourne with runners in scoring position and 2 outs this summer. That would be Wareham. Bourne, a 177 hitting team, as a 4-pitch walk is issued to Luke Costello. Runners on the corners, 2 down, and Berkeley maybe is coming up.
It's the question of the command of the strike zone. Taking your time, getting yourself set. The infield will come in quickly. Dawson Park, the shortstop, Aiden Aguayo, the second baseman. Talking about could be turning a double play. Cotuit has found great success when it comes to the twin killing out at second and first. They've led the league several times in the ground double plays. It's got to get the great soft contact, either a Park or Aguayo turn it and finish the 8th.
So now Berkeley Mabius takes a pitch in the dirt, nearly got to the backstop again. Just yanked that fastball, did Dylan Wood. Mabius 1 for 3 in the ball game, picked up his 3rd hit of the summer to lead off the 7th, but he was left stranded on third base. Opportunity to put Bourne ahead. The pitch is inside. 2-0. 2 walks in this inning for Dylan Wood. And he's fallen behind Berkeley Mabius 2-0. Mabius takes strike 1. Not a whole lot changes after the second walk, though. Still got to focus on getting out of the inning and keeping that runner on third. It's Rigdon who led off the inning with a walk, and Costello on first. The 2-1 pitch. Mabius takes in the dirt, ball 3. We're tied at 2. Cotuit trying for its first win against Bourne in 2026. Would be the 10th win on the summer. 3-1. Maybe a squares pitch kicks off of Bellin. A run will come home to score, and Bourne takes the 3-2 lead. Third walk of the inning for Dylan Wood.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Command just hasn't been there. Overthrowing a little bit on the mound. Stuff's there. No, it is. Now you got a chance to refocus. Just down by 1. Can salvage this and get your offense back up to the plate.
Overbeek takes at the knees for strike 1. Pitching was so locked down against Hyannis on Sunday. And it was until this point today. 1-1. Bullpen had gone scoreless in 2 of the last 3 games for Cotuit. And it's 3-0. Or 3-1. Costello off second, Mabius off first. Pitch misses outside, ball 4. Another one, and the bases are loaded.
Just digging into a tighter situation. You do have an arm warming up in the Cotuit bullpen, but at some point, question of darkness and visibility. Tyler Bellin may be working with a low sight line right now, and some of the pass balls you could argue are due to just limited reaction time as the darkness starts to settle in. You hope that you can get this going here.
Austin Hawk takes strike 1. Hawk making his Brave debut is 0 for 1 in his 3 plate appearances. He walked and scored, also has a sacrifice bunt as he gets out of the way of this one, or tries to at least. He got hit on the shoulder. Run will come home to score. It's Costello. Bases are going to stay loaded after a 4th straight free pass.
Can't find the zone. Breaking ball runs back and plunks Hawk. It's a 4-2 ball game.
Swinging at the first pitch is Bolton. It's into shallow left center. Christman makes the catch. Had to run a long way for it. Finally able to squeeze it and put an end to the inning. Dylan Wood comes in and without allowing a base hit allows 2 runs on 4 walks and a hit by pitch. Bourne takes a 4-2 lead to the bottom of the 8th inning here on Cape League TV.
A Generac generator from RCA delivers more than reliable backup power. It delivers peace of mind. Peace of mind that comes from knowing our expert technicians, knowledgeable staff, and emergency service team are here when you need us most. As one of New England's leading Generac generator dealers, RCA provides a 10-year warranty and regular maintenance services to ensure your home stays protected. RCA, powering your peace of mind.
Kettleers Baseball is brought to you in part by Mid-Cape Oral Surgeons, the Maxillofacial Surgery and Dental Implant Center of South Yarmouth. Doctors Theoritis, Meyer, and Sarapak are the Cape's leading experts on oral biopsies, wisdom teeth extractions, and dental implant reconstructive surgery. Call 508-398-6055 to schedule an appointment. We thank Mid-Cape Oral Surgeons for their support of the Kettleers.
Cats fans, this is Chase Vandermeed, right-handed pitcher from Notre Dame, and we're grateful for all your support this summer. Let's get back to the ballpark on Cape League TV.
Bottom of the 8th inning at Lowell Park and a new 4-2 lead for the Bourne Braves. Cotuit coming up trying to, get a couple of runs. This could be the last inning due to darkness. We will have to see. And for Scott Landers, a new pitcher on the hill. Out is Connor Lehman. In is Ben Dean, the All-Star.
Yeah, this guy is a big-time arm. He's been virtually unhittable this summer so far. Reason he was an all-star selection. Out of Duke, the righty, 6'3", 220 pounds. A 1-0 record on the year so far. 6 appearances, 0.82 ERA. 11 innings pitched, just 6 hits allowed, and only given up 1 run. He struggled very slowly with the walks, only 5 of them, and he's got 13 punch-outs. This guy is a big-time power arm.
He's got Aiden Aguayo, Owen Pano, and Ryan Taransky. First pitch at the frame is there for strike 1. He relieves Connor Lehman, who was good. Inning and a third scoreless, no hits. A walk, 2 strikeouts. Aguayo, the second baseman, takes down low. This pitching staff for Bourne has punched out 10 Kettleers. The Kettleers have struck out 10 or more times in 5 consecutive games. Aguayo hits this hard past the dive of Vasquez into the left field corner. He hits the bag at first. He's heading for second. He'll trot there and get it standing. It's a double to start the 8th for Aiden Aguayo.
Kick things off with a 0-2 start to the day. A single in your last appearance back in the 6th to kick start. A lot of good action, no runs brought in off of that attempt, and you start things off with a leadoff double. Get the movement going. Owen Pano also having a single and a double on the day. There's a good chance to put up some momentum here.
And that's set up by his speed. The third baseman Vasquez was playing even with the bag, playing for the bunt, just in case Aguayo tried to pull one for a hit off a tough arm. And as a result, he's not backed up enough to make the play. Leadoff runner on second base. Big time start.
Pano squares to bunt. Pulls back and takes a ball. The third baseman out of the number 7 spot has a couple of hits today. A double, his first extra base hit in the 2nd. A single, he stole a bag in the 4th. He's 2 for 3 as he represents the tying run. Squares again, takes again, and it's 2-0. Only the 6th hit of the ball game for Cotuit. It was that double. Ben Dean had only given up 6 hits in 11 innings coming into today. Pano carves this foul. It's 2-1. Kettleers had a 2-1 lead after the 3rd inning, but Bourne was able to get a run right back in the top of the 4th. Since then, the Kettleers have had nothing. 2-1. Pano swings through it. It's 2-2. Runners in every inning but the 7th for the Kets. Runners in scoring position. They've been bad. 1 for 11. A hit here would right the wrongs. 2-2. Pano checks his swing. Did he go? No, says Jeff Merzel. Count will go full.
Did hold off. And look, you can tie the ball game with one swing, but for Pano, got to simplify the approach. Base hit ball 4. Put the ball in play hard somewhere. Keep the line moving.
Ryan Taransky will be next. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Ben Dean bounces back from the leadoff double to pick up his first K.
Keeping it calm at the plate, and this is the guy that you want to step up to keep that kind of patience level. It'll be Ryan Taransky entering the box with 1 out on the board. Oh, Aiden Aguayo with the double just a couple moments ago to get himself situated at second. Taransky has a walk on the day, 2 strikeouts. Do everything you can to stay alive here.
Taransky swings at the first pitch, but comes up empty. It's 0-1. No other Kettleer has played more games this summer than Ryan Taransky, playing in his 22nd. His lone extra base hit was a 3-run homer. Ended up being the game winner against Orleans on Saturday. Takes that one outside, and it's 1-1. 1 out, bottom of the 8th inning in what could be the final frame of action at Lowell Park with how dark it is right now. No lights at Lowell.
Gotta think it will be.
1-1. Big time breaker. Good block by Berkeley Mabius behind the dish. And a hitter-friendly count for Taransky. It's got to change the approach to the game a little bit, because usually if there were lights, had this game started early or whatever, you'd know that you had the bottom of the 9th. And you might be playing for 1 in this spot, set the top of the order up in the 9th, but right here you need 2, at least.
Yeah, 100%. That was the approach. Kind of surprised Pano came up bunting in that situation.
3-1 on Taransky, with Aguayo leading off second base after his leadoff double. Three balls a strike. Dean's pitch is there for strike 2. Taransky had tossed his bat, gets the bad news from J.C. Fernandez.
Borderline pitch, got to get back in the box. Again, it's now or never for the Kets offense. 2-run deficit.
If Taransky's able to reach, it will not be Tyler Bellin in the batter's box representing the go-ahead run. Pitch is down low, ball 4, ball don't lie. Runners on first and second. It's Isaac Sturgis going to be pinch hitting here in the bottom of the 8th.
Talk about a guy who has been trying to go yard practically all season. Has 1 extra base hit to his name with a double just a couple games ago, getting himself set in the box now for his first at-bat of the day. Someone who swings hard. He's just found the glove of an outfielder practically every time it's gone farther than the middle infield line. Someone who knows how to take full advantage of the swings. See what he can do here.
Isaac Sturgis in his 19th game of the summer, batting $167. First pitch to him is taken for a strike. Tying run on first base. It's Taransky. He's got speed, as does Aiden Aguayo off second. Sturgis representing the go-ahead run in the bottom of the 8th. They'll check on Aguayo. So Tyler Bellin, his day is done after 3 plate appearances. Went 0 for 2, did walk again, did score a run. Dean's been one of the best in the Cape this summer. A Cape League All-Star trying to bear down. As he misses to Sturgis, it's 1-1.
Your best arm on the mound for the Braves. Big spot.
Sturgis swings through a fastball. It's 1-2. Bourne leading 4-2 in the 8th. Sun setting rapidly. A ball, 2 strikes. Dean's pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Got 93 by Sturgis, and there's 2 gone.
Dean struggled with his breaking ball command, but the fastball has been there. And to this point, no one's really been able to catch up to the 93-mile-per-hour heater. Just blew it right by Sturgis, right down the middle. Now the Cats are 1 out away. But a guy you want up at the plate, Noah Coy.
He smashed one to second in the first inning. He's walked twice. He also hit a double off the right field wall, and he's been on an absolute tear. First pitch. Had some 12-6 action. It misses high. It's 1-0. Noah Coy had a huge week, or is in the middle of a huge week. Recently announced as an all-star. Takes a strike. At one point was 7 for 9 at the end of last week, with a 3-run homer mixed in. A 3-run homer right now would give the Cats the lead. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. He chased. And the Cats could be down to their final out here.
Big time spot. Coy's been seeing the ball well. That was a nice breaker from Dean. Arguably the best arm on the roster for Bourne. One of the best hitters on the Cape. Big time moment.
Aguayo off second, Taransky off first. Taransky the tying run. Coy at the plate, the go-ahead run. The 1-2 is in the dirt, blocked by Mabius. He's had to work hard in this inning, Liam.
He really has, and he's been managing it well. Any of those skirts by him, and it's runners on second and third. That's a big momentum shift.
So it's 2-2 with 2 outs and 2 on. Kettleers trying for their first win against Bourne on the summer. Here's the pitch. Back up the middle. That'll get into center field, a base hit. Aguayo hits the bag at third. He's headed for home. He will score, and Noah Coy gets the Cats within 1. An RBI single, his second hit of the ball game.
Stay hot, Noah Coy, coming up in a big-time spot, doing exactly what he's done all season long. Just consistency, not trying to do too much. Lines one right back up the middle. And now as the darkness dawns on Lowell Park, you turn things over to Dawson Park, who can win this ball game, most likely.
Dawson is 1 for 3. Got hit by a pitch. He hit a double. He's driven in a run. And Scott Lander's going to send a man out there to have a chat with Ben Dean. Tying run on third base in Taransky for the Kettleers. It all started with a leadoff double by Aiden Aguayo down the left field line. Owen Pano struck out. Taransky walked. Isaac Sturgis struck out. And then the single by Noah Coy. Cats have a runner 90 feet away from tying this game. The RBI for Coy, his 11th on the summer. Runners on the corners for the Cats. First pitch from Dean to Park. Swung on, popped up right side. It'll sail well foul. Cats have not led in this ball game since the bottom of the third inning. Bourne has been in control. Until this frame. 0-1 pitch from Dean. Dawson Park thought about going around, but he's able to lay off the breaking ball. Kettleers trying to knock off a team atop them in the West Division. Falmouth, a game better than Cotuit. Bourne, 2 games better at the top. 1-1. That's in there for a strike. The top team in the West, the Bourne Braves, a strike away from getting out of the 8th inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Dean's pitch is bounced on the ground, foul.
Good fight from Park. Coy was taking off towards second. The approach doesn't change. It's a big spot, runner on third base, game on the line, 1-run deficit. Just got to try to hit the ball hard somewhere. It's all Dawson Park can do.
Coy, the runner on first, was in motion on that one. He is the go-ahead run. 1-2 pitch. Park rolls it foul. Bottom of the 8th inning, a race against the sun. Darkness dawns down on a Lowell Park. A 4-3 game. Bourne trying to hold on. Dean, the all-star, trying to bear down. Dean is ahead of Dawson Park, a ball, 2 strikes, with 2 outs in the inning. One and 2 pitch. Park takes inside. The battle will continue. Ben Dean has had to throw 30 pitches in this inning. This will be number 7 to Dawson Park. Breaking ball, got him looking, strike 3. The inning is over, and the game is as well. Top team in the West, the Bourne Braves, are able to hold on, secure victory against the Kettleers. 4-3, the final from Lowell Park. Ben Dean ends up striking out the side in the 8th inning.
The opportunity was there for the Kets. Out hit. The Braves had a lot of runners in scoring position, but just unable to have a timely hit. It's 2 for 14, the final line with runners in scoring position, and Bourne sneaks one by. Big matchup in the West Division. Bourne comes out with another win.
Getting the loss for the Kets, it's going to be Dylan Wood. I believe Connor Lehman gets the win. Ben Dean gets the save. In a game that goes just 8 innings. Up next for the Kets, they'll be on the road against Brewster tomorrow, 5 p.m. first pitch. Thursday on the road as well at Wareham before returning home for Friday's game against Falmouth. Then the weekend will be off. Kets going to drop to 9-14-2, while Bourne jumps up to 12-10-3. That's going to do it here for us on Cape League TV. Final time of game is 3 hours and 1 minute. Got things underway right at 5 o'clock. For our wonderful production team, Jaden Driscoll on the cameras, Emily Suki and Adriana Leone, our producers, our production director, Joe Pratt. We thank you guys. Everything that we do is not possible without you. For my partners in crime, Brooke Killgore, Liam Ervin, my name is Carson Mercier, saying goodnight. 4-3 final, Bourne victorious here on Cape League TV.